Nah, they'll be
Where's
here.
my spellcasting buddy?
Hey, they'll be here, alright.
There's my spellcasting buddy. We
I'll
can't
be
run
here.
off of charisma alone.
I'm a half caster, alright?
What do you? Whatever you need to tell yourself.
Wow, okay, so you don't consider me a real speller? A real speller?
No, I do not. When
Speller
next time
Spellston?
when you play a
Yeah.
full caster, then we can talk.
Okay, so you despise me, you hate me, you wish death upon me, you hope my crops wither.
I mean, you all said all of those words, not me.
You
So
are a
you could be
freak.
just
You
reading
are a
between the lines.
freak. You are a freaker. What do you think about
Really? Me?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I've never been
yeah.
complimented better.
that? Freaker, freakston. That's what they call you.
Shasta.
Really? Well,
Shasta.
I don't think it'll catch.
Hey,
Shasta.
Shasta.
Hi.
Shitsa.
Hey.
Shitsa.
My fellow spellcaster.
What if
yippee!
what if I kill Mop? What if I kill Mop?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Then we kill you.
But the merch plans we had.
Yeah, all of
Oh my god.
all of the many merchandise plans we had.
What the fuck?
Genuinely, I would buy a plush of Mop. I would treasure it.
Don't turn me to marketable
To marketable
plushies.
Peter, don't turn
No.
into marketable plushies.
No. You're literally lowest Griffin, dude.
The ping is.
Peter. Peter.
Oh, I have a
There we
horrible
are.
idea. I'm pulling up Photoshop.
I don't know. Stop.
That's horrendous. Do any of you, while Shasta looks in, do any of you want to give me a recap of last session?
I will not because I have inspiration already.
You do.
I shake you.
It'd be really funny if I did.
I mean,
do you want to?
weren't there.
Right, if you don't do it, I'll do it. If nobody else does it, I'll do it.
It's okay. I
Actually, yeah, go for it. Go for it. It'd be funny. Dust, if if two people do a good job at it, can we both get inspiration?
Not even a little bit. My real life party decided that all of them would do it, so I gave them each 1/5 inspiration.
How does that work?
What's that mean?
It means if you do it 5 times in a row, you'll get one.
Did you want to go for it, Ellie?
She wasn't here. She essentially wasn't here.
Yeah, you go
Hi,
for it
Lizzie.
because all I was trying to say is like, so the party was talking and then I instantly got out of existence.
Lack of Ellie.
Lack of Ellie.
I'm just begging for my Wi-Fi to work today. But yeah,
I
you go
hope
ahead.
it does. Ugh, okay. Immediately I forgot. Anyway, we're gonna fuck it, we ball. Anyway, so, last session it was set off immediately after, Josiah had found out that, well, he probably knew for a while, but he basically came out and said, that he knew that we weren't part of the Chain Legion. Everyone knows what happened with that, if you're staying in tune. But anyway, we were heading off to Lindentown? Lindentown?
Leadentown. Mhm.
Leadentown, that's it. Okay, sorry. And, a few of us went ahead. It was Craggletooth, Kovac, Foylan, and Cassian that went ahead to clear the path, basically to make sure that the caravan could go through. But we found a tree and a carriage that had been damaged, and a hill giant. Idgar? Idgar, right?
Edgar.
Yeah.
Idgar and...
Igdur, actually.
Igdur, sorry.
Yeah, that word. And his owlbear, Bertie. The two of them basically showed up, and the hill giant was saying that he wanted to eat our horses, at least 2 of them, because someone promised him a priest of Ard, which would have who would have brought him food. So Mop went and took every single bit of food that we had in the caravan to basically satisfy the giant for a bit. And Foylan, Mop, and Argyle caught an elk, which basically, I apologize, my ADHD is not working at the minute.
You're fine.
Kidding.
So, yeah, so Basically, the giant was happy enough with that and expected us to continue to bring him food, which we will not be doing. And Cassie managed to convince him to move the tree that was in the way. And then we went back onto the caravan. So continuing on for a wee bit, we ended up hitting, I'm pretty sure it was that town that we were headed to, right? We got to like the outskirts of it. And turns out that there was pretty much an angry mob that was blaming us for stealing things. They were calling us thieves, wasn't that it?
Yeah. They
Yeah,
said that somebody had told them that a gang of thieves coming into the region that matched your description was going to be coming through.
Yeah. So we may be in trouble, but I want I want to say the Black Bloods, but I don't think that's right, is it?
The Bloody Hunters.
The Bloody Hunters, yeah. They essentially showed up, and that's pretty much where we left off last session.
Yeah, sorry. Saw Zach's fucking fingers. Inspiration, obviously. Where you guys exactly left off was most of you, Amaya, you can if you'd like, came to the front after hearing some ruckus. The townsfolk accused you of being thieves that had attacked the Isles of Ard. And that they were essentially going to stop you with a combined effort on their part. And before anything could get too rowdy, the Bloody Hunters, Cecilia, and Erwin pulled up in their carriage because they are aware of how outlandish the idea of a gang of thieves attacking the Isle of Ard is. And they are willing to help for a price. And from your perspective, Cecilia, you have essentially just heard that this gang of thieves is coming in. You are probably smart enough to understand that that's not real. And there has been some recent problems near Leaden Town, so you figure you can kill two birds with one stone.
Great. So where precisely are we beginning?
I will go ahead and, well, first of all, let me put you guys so I can show you exactly where you are on the map.
Lovely.
Can you give me my dog back, please? Smile.
I
I
don't know.
forgot that I desummoned him in the last session.
Did you?
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I proved a point to you. You were Cassie was all like, yeah, that's like I just wave my hand and he just vanishes, and it's like, yeah, he'd be fine.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I feel very well rested.
But you guys are right there on the map. Right below Leaden Town, a little bit south of it. And if you'd like, let me put you on a different map. Oh yeah, you're. That's hilarious.
Damn.
That's how far
Damn.
away that is.
God damn. I hate
Yeah,
these
you'll
guys.
be there in one round.
These guys. Look at these. Look at these.
Look at these.
Look at these guys, Chet.
Thank you.
I will take you
What, these guys?
Wow.
These guys.
to the Caravan
Tell me.
Marsh.
Yeah.
You probably
My
won't stay here
dog.
very long, but just so you have ideas of where your characters are and whatnot. I'll put Cecilia right there.
Give me my fucking dog, please.
I'll give you your dog.
Yes!
Dog.
Bitch.
And here is Phylan.
Ooh.
It's a dog.
Oh, Amaya isn't on the map. Let's fix it.
Where?
Where's mine?
Yeah,
Gone.
sorry, Ellie. We had to kill you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So sad.
No more heals.
yeah, behind you, Cecilia, is a crowd of people that have fallen quiet since you spoke up, and in front of you is a massive Inaugurosian caravan with a giant wolf, 5 people, one of them that I think to... Actually, I'll have this be your first check. Can you roll an investigation check for me?
Certainly. There you go.
This person
shit.
is clearly not alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, where did I put the scribe? He's not here. That's okay. The scribe is back here trying to talk to people because they're still a little feisty, so you have a brief moment here with everybody else. And I will open it up to you all for now.
Okay. So the conversation's already been had. We're just moving forwards into...
The offer has been made by Cecilia to help them if they can help her. The details of which
Gotcha.
have not been
Understood.
entirely
We'll
discussed.
start there then. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, if you can help me clear out a little bit of trouble in the local area, I'm sure we can do what we do with our own people and show these folks you're not so bad.
And I think at that, Kovok's gonna sort of like turn to whisper to Craggletooth. I hope she doesn't tell us that we need to kill Hill Giant. If it's the one we just passed, I'm going to be furious.
That's
I
just
mean,
like
we
side
would be
eyes.
able to say we told you so to the others.
Well, I mean, I do like saying that sometimes, but not this time. And
I mean, I always like saying it, so.
You fucking
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Little shrug.
you think you'll be fucking furious? Damn! I
that's,
just gave them all their food.
yeah, literally. No, but yeah, and I think Kovok's gonna look back to Cecilia. What sort of trouble are we talking about?
The usual kind of thing we bloody hunters deal with. Some kind of supernatural issue. Temperatures in the local area are going down when they should be going up. It's been going on for long enough that there's been some reports made. Some sort of icy creature nearby.
Okay, I was thinking undead the moment you were talking about the cold, but I mean, if it's an ice
No, I think you
creature-
have that covered.
Hey, Dust.
What's up, Shasta?
What's the season? What's it
It's
normally
spring.
like?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's spring.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like getting. I'd probably say it's like either just hit spring or getting to the middle of spring.
Yeah.
So it has been actively getting hotter, and once it's pointed out by Cecilia, it is a little cold out.
I just thought that was a downdraft from the mountains.
Yeah, and, I think at that statement he's gonna look at Kovok's gonna look at Cecilia and sort of just quirk around and be like, "What? Huh? Undead problem?"
Oh, it's all right. I have one too.
All right. What? And he's just and he's gonna whisper to Craggletooth, "They're crazier than you are."
Oh, map. They want the map. They're screaming at me because I did not have the map up. There we go.
So funny.
Craggletooth will whisper back to Kovok. Are you sure? That's difficult.
Yes, I'm not actually sure. I'm just joking with you, but
Okay, well,
yes. I mean,
if I were, I'd be impressed.
yeah, and he's just gonna snicker and readdress the other two and be like, "Okay, I mean, we do need to get through Leaden Town, and we do need to try to get some of our provisions restocked. We did sort of run out, so getting in their good graces would be very well worth it. I'd be happy to help at the very least. I think everyone else here would also, but."
Cassian
I'm
nods.
down to shoot things.
Yes, this one is down to shoot things, and he just like gestures with a thumb jab to
Craggletooth gives a
Craggletooth.
very toothy, a very excited grin with 2 thumbs up.
She does have a gun in her belt.
She does have a gun in her belt.
Yeah.
She definitely knows how to use it now.
That's what I like to hear. All right. Erwin, do you think you could go help the scribes sort through, explain the Inauguros caravan, tell them they're helping the bloody hunters? The locals know what it means.
Erwin will give a simple nod, kind of like give a glance to all of you for a moment, but he doesn't really seem, he really only seems to care about Cecilia. He'll do a little grumbly yes. And he will turn around and he'll start to walk back with everybody else.
I'll just approach.
Island, sniff them.
Argyle, kill.
Sniffing. What are they sniffing? Are you actually having them try and figure something out?
Yeah, trying to see if there's any sussy smell about Cecilia.
Oh,
Roll for sniff.
with a 14, yes. Like there is something pretty distinctly, I guess, wrong is the only way to put it. But it just kind of makes Foylan curious, if anything. I don't think she thinks Cecilia's gonna try and kill y'all or anything like that.
She's
Yeah,
not
'cause-
nice.
I
I rolled a
think
sniff as well.
Oh.
Cecilia has, red hair, dark, clothing, a cape coming off her back, different sets of weapons and bottles of different colors, bags filled with little things strapped to her sides. And if you are particularly perceptive, you might also notice that the edge of certain veins across her neck and by her eyes and in blackened tinge, sort of blackened tinge.
By
'Cause I
blackened
think-
blood.
Stop. Anyway,
Indeed.
and I think the only reason that Kovak even thinks to be like, hey, Thwaylon, vibe check, is because the undead comment is still throwing him off. He doesn't know what the fuck that means, and he's like, is she undead? Is that what she's trying to tell us? I mean, we're not judgmental. We're literally like the most diverse group of people, but nah. If Thwaylon is convinced that she won't be a threat, then that's good enough for him.
You know what? Mop and Kovak roll history checks.
Ah,
You
so
got
good.
it.
You two would be. Kovak has explored and you grew up here, Mop. And yeah, you will hoist yourself up on where everybody else is. You're
What the
pretty
fuck?
oblivious. You're kind of going off of Thwaylon right now. Mop, you've lived in Sidal a very long time. You've actually
sure have.
heard of the Bloody Hunters. Generally, the knowledge that you would have of them from someone who lived in the city, rather than in, closer to their main set of operations, is one, they hunt monsters. Two, they actually tend to help criminals in a good way, forcing them into very dangerous work so they do not get arrested. And generally, they tend to fix problems, especially in recent times.
Wow. The bloody hunters.
What?
At your
Ah.
service.
They do cool stuff. They kick ass. I mean, I didn't say that. Hang on. Hang on. Wrong character. Wrong character. One
Wrong
second.
character.
Moppin never curses.
We don't need
Gotcha.
Mop to throw up again.
They I guess I just relay all that information. Hang on, I gotta take some Adderall.
Yeah, you can do that.
We're hunters in service to Ard. We stop these things that go bump in the night.
And it gets very bloody?
Yes.
Okay, I don't see
Especially
a
when you're
problem with
hunting
that.
vampires.
How big is this organization of the Bloody Hunters, Dan?
That's actually a question for Zach, I would say.
It's not that big. There's like 2 branches in Falana, each of which employs about 10 people. So
No.
Wow. They, well, I big fan, really. When I was a little tot, I think I wanted to be one of you. Not really, maybe, I'm not sure. And they've been around 30 years.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to be something like that, maybe just for a little bit.
Well, you could be. I could get you a contract written up pretty quickly.
Oh, I have to. Oh, wow,
Comes with
we
an
are kind of.
oath.
Oh, we're a little bit busy at the moment.
I thought so.
He looks at our caravan. Yeah.
Anagaros,
So what-
so how did you end up how did you end up in service to the big guy?
Oh.
Well, technically,
Well.
we're not.
Yeah.
How
Is this?
did-
Is this looks at the caravan again? Is this stolen property?
No.
I think it belongs to the tribe.
The look.
Ah, well,
okay.
you know what? If it is stolen, then we were borrowing it to use to slay some monsters.
I
Yeah.
also,
I
No.
like the way you think.
Mob, I think that it being stolen property is the least of our fucking problems. We're like, what was
On
it,
the
Treason
run.
Knights?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the least of our
Treason.
problems. Apparently, it's this whole thing. They put you in the Chain Legion, like little
Oh.
assholes, and if you
Yes,
break out
they-
of it, they kill you.
Yeah, but
Yes.
we technically weren't trapped in it, weren't we not?
And that's why we're Treason Knights. But
Oh,
you
well.
want to know the funny thing about it? Did you mention your name?
I'm Cecilia.
Cecilia, I'm Kovac. The funny thing about it, right, was that the only reason most of us are here is because we were just literally at the wrong place at the wrong time. And
Isn't that how it usually is?
yes, we literally actually didn't do anything wrong, which is surprising. For me, at
Especially
least.
given your past.
All right, calm down now.
Hey, I'm the one
Oh.
saying it. I feel like out of everyone, I have right to say that about
Anyways.
you specifically.
But yes, no, we were in the wrong
Pops an
place.
eyebrow.
We were in the wrong place. We were at the, I think it was something called the Forgotten Temple. I
Dealt with
literally,
a cult of them lot recently.
I literally just wanted to, get some shade from the weather, and all of a sudden, basically the entire army of Dashia was outside. And now I'm a Treasonite, so things have a funny way of working out.
Oh, I tried turning the high priest into a goose.
Well, I mean-
Start again.
Really?
hold on. The High
Which one?
Priest is. Oh, there's multiple. Okay, never mind then.
A 7.
That would be Mr. Josiah.
Oh, Josiah. Yeah, he's an asshole. I just finished making a deal for 5,000 gold with him.
We
He's
know.
back.
We know. He tried to kill us yesterday.
Yeah, and he kind of took a little bit of my magic. It happens.
He's not too happy about us. He's actually the main one, I think, that's causing us any problems. The other 6 I didn't even know existed. I thought it was just him.
And
But,
he seems rather busy.
I guess that's good, right?
I mean,
Yes,
if being
that
a
means we can ignore anything that he says or wants for a while.
yes, if being a
Yeah,
dickhead is a full-time job, he's got gainful employment.
Oh yeah.
Casper's so laughing.
I can
This is-
confirm it is.
Well, this one here is Craggletooth. She's very shy and not very outgoing at all.
Uh-huh,
I'm
definitely
sure.
listen to that.
We have Cassian. Oh, he's a social butterfly. He loves talking to people.
Castwaves.
This is my kitty cat Argyle. He's usually a rat.
Yeah, familiar. All right.
And excuse me 1 second. I'll just tuck in. Amaya,
It's
Amaya, come outside and meet this nice lady.
Mop. Why is there so much yelling? And when?
Oh. There's an angry mob outside, but they're over it.
What?
There was an angry mob, I think, and they went somewhere.
They're still there. They're just
all
not
What do you
talking.
mean?
When
What
the
do you mean?
peasants trust us, well, once you've helped us help them, they'll forgive all these misgivings. And even if they don't, they know that criminals are protected if they're members of the Bloody Hunters.
And I think with Amaya's appearance being sort of like made hearing Amaya's voice, Kova kind of like steps over to Cecilia and leans into whisper to her and is like, that one is actually, or was actually, priestess of Nagaros. She was also in the wrong place at the wrong time. But
Oh.
yeah, it's been a little difficult, considering, the whole Legion thing.
I can imagine.
But she's in the same boat as we are. She's been excommunicate, I think, from Temple. So It's, she's kind of. I apologize if she comes off a little strong.
It's fine. I'm used to working with the right bunch of idiots.
Now,
Kova gives a little nod.
now, I'm sure you've noticed that we don't have any food. However, we're going to stop in Linden Town. Ignore the empty cupboards. We're gonna stop there after this. I think.
Mop, what happened to all the food? I'm certain
Kill
you
giant.
said
Oh.
everything
A
before
giant
then.
ate it.
What?
Yeah, there was a hill giant. His name's Igdur. We also got him an elk.
How did you manage to get a hill giant into the caravan?
Oh, he wasn't in the caravan. He was. There was a thing in the road. A long story, but anyways, we're
I suppose
helping
with the gore
Cecilia.
gone, they're roaming again, aren't they?
There's one at least.
I don't know what that means.
Amaya does not look pleased at all. She looks very disappointed.
I'll
But
have
she's here.
Owen stop by the
I
town
put-
and pick you up some provisions. We have some usual suppliers.
Can I pet Cat
Look.
Kyle?
Yeah, you can pet Cat Guile.
On cast, just give Cat Arga a little scratch under the chin.
I think Amaya's disapproval is going to be one of the only things that she and Kovak agree on regarding the hill giant. It's just like the sort of a look of recognition of I get it. I'm mad as well. But mad but impressed.
She's kind of looking at Kovak of like, what the fuck did you guys do?
And Kovak just immediately points to Mop and Cassian. He doesn't say anything. He just gestures between those two.
Anyways, we made a friend. We made a
Pass
couple of
first
friends
to
today.
Kovak and then to Amaya and then just turns away and continues to pet the cat.
And as Mop says friend, Kovak actively does these giant air quotes for Amaya to see.
At the same time, Cecilia raises a hand and does the one finger at a time wave.
She looks over at Mop, and then she looks over at Cassian, and then she could just see her just metaphorically just visibly aging 100 years. And her disappointment is immeasurable, and her day is already ruined.
No!
So she mumbles under her mouth, just fucking pacifists, and then she walks out.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh goodness, you look like Erwin.
Oh,
Yeah, my best friend. She just points with her thumb behind her.
Yeah, and Erwin not
Oh.
looking waves.
That guy right there.
can I get
Yeah,
a
no.
look at Erwin?
He's old.
No. You
Hold
don't
on,
get
let
to
me-
see him.
Let me at the very least bring his token on so you can see what he looks like.
I actually
There's
have
the
full
goober.
art of Erwin.
That's the man.
Oh, put it in the
Oh.
side chat for them.
He's so beautiful.
Yeah.
That'll
I
work.
Look at him.
will grab that
Yeah.
from my assets folder and just stuff it in the side chat.
Yeah.
And while you get that, you
That's
all
our
are
full art of Cecilia.
Oh,
are
that's so good.
talking, giving introductions, kind of catching Amaya up on the going on because Amaya was in the back of the caravan with a cat and didn't see or hear any of this. There is a very peculiar feeling. For a moment, you feel a spot on each of your head, maybe a small patch on your arm or your hand or the top of your head and your hair get wet, and you look up and you feel it, and it's water, it's just normal water. And you see snow beginning to come down.
Oh.
Season is it again?
It's a miracle.
I'm pretty sure it's not snowing.
We are in a
I think
swamp.
it is. Huh? Is it?
It's spring.
It is not early enough in the year for snow.
Holy shit, it's actually snowing, Jet.
Mm.
Oh, hang on. Oh wow, look at that.
Cool.
I wish I'd been stationed here for longer.
Oh god, the
Or
snow
that
is
I had
creeping
more
out on my
time.
end.
So where are we heading? What are we doing?
Well, I have the
Yeah,
lead of a general direction where there's been some odd sightings, strange tracks, and the like. We can start there, unless any of you have a way to sense supernatural things.
Carter
mean-
looks at Mop.
Let's
not
find out.
really, not really the not really the supernatural, but if it's a celestial or a fiend, yeah.
I don't have detect magic or anything.
That's surprising.
I guess I'll just make an Arcana check. Can I do that?
Sure about this general situation.
Yeah. I get a natural 1. This is not
22.
normal.
Well, first things first, you know this is not normal, and this doesn't appear to be a natural occurrence, just like a weird natural phenomenon. This immediately gives you, Mop, the tell of a control weather spell or something similar. Though, I don't necessarily know if that will give you an idea of where it's coming from. Though, yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, I guess how generally big can a control weather spell be? How
Well,
big
oh, you know what? With the 22, that's a good point. I'll give you this bit. You look around in every direction, and you can see areas in which the snow is a bit heavier. The control weather spell doesn't go extremely far. It goes pretty far, but you feel like this, where you have right now, all this light snow, is on the outskirts of this spell, where it's a bit weaker. So you might be able to, with that knowledge, get a bit into the heavier bits where it is most likely originating from.
Yeah. What direction do you think?
It's northward.
To the north.
And
Mop will point.
and yeah, and Cecilia, that lines up with the information you had been given before.
That lines up with what the villagers were telling me.
Yes! Mop will do a little fist bump.
Nah.
Well, good work, Tracker. With 2 pieces of information, there's bound to be a third.
Can we be friends?
She looks back for a moment, and she frowns a little bit. No.
Crushed. Absolutely crushed.
Crackletooth's jaw like drops like, wow.
Okay, let's go help our non-friends. Go find the snow demons or whatever.
And so you will begin to move northward through the marsh on foot. Certainly not big enough to keep the caravan steady. I will put you
Well,
guys on.
Thing's absolutely massive.
On foot. Does anyone want to get on the dog?
The dog!
I want to go on the dog.
All right,
Yes.
Craggletooth and Amaya on the dog.
I'll
Is
walk.
the dog natural, or is this a...
It's a fine steed.
Gotcha.
And Mom. All right, so we'll put the 2 small and the 1 medium on the dog. I'm sure that works, right, DM?
Does
Yeah.
Kovok actively call it a dog?
Yes.
Oh. Go away,
my
Argyle.
God.
You're not in this episode.
Okay, I don't know why you're Toy Storying Argyle, but all right, I've got it.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
But yeah.
Wow.
You will go around the western outskirts of Leaden Town, move your way to the river, and as you get to the northern end, it kind of starts to sink in how unnatural this is, because parts of the river are frozen. So much so that it isn't actually too much of an effort to just walk across.
Not good for farmers.
It's
Yeah,
still
but no.
moving. A river does not so easily freeze. But you can see literally just like giant chunks of ice floating down the river.
Does it snow often in Dacia or Sudal?
Actually, I'll ask you that, Zach.
Yeah, in the right time of year, but yeah.
Mop's in her element, baby. Mop is just chilling and vibing and having a great time.
Blend in. You get fucking advantage to stealth.
Yeah.
Lady River's not going to be happy.
Holy fuck, I looked out my window and Santa Claus instead of a truck. Holy shit.
Yeah,
And
it's no, I can't imagine the snow or the ice is good for the farmers. It's not very good for them.
No.
Probably not this time of year.
So you said that a creature's doing this?
A hag, perhaps?
A hag?
I don't have enough leads really to determine what precisely it is. Could be a spirit, could be a hag, could be an elemental.
could be a dragon.
We'd
Who
know
said
this, surely.
that?
Most likely it isn't, but it's entirely possible. No, only an ancient dragon would be able to do this type of shit. That's
God.
Yeah. So you're yeah, so you're on the run, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are now.
We kind of always would. I'll be honest, it was a matter of time until the curtain was lifted, I guess.
Well, I hope you all managed through that. I have a few friends who are still on the run.
I'm sure we'll be fine. And Kowak is not sure they'll be fine.
Alright, just... Well, let's see what you can do today. Worst case,
So,
maybe I'll offer you that contract secondfold.
So what does the contract, like, entail? Like, I know that you guys, you know, hunt monsters and stuff, but, like, what...
It binds you in service to Ard until the end of your days.
Oh.
We kind of, at least I have got a little, I don't know if it would go over well having two gods.
It depends on your god.
Lunanora.
Oh. I haven't heard that name since I was much younger.
Yeah, Kowak just like gives a little bit of a, it's not a dejected look, but it's like, fuck yeah, people are actually forgetting about her.
Cass's head lowers.
But he'll like fish out the crescent moon amulet that he has obviously tucked away, but he'll show it to Cecilia. I don't really know if she'd be too happy about it. I haven't been able to speak to her at all, really. So
The truth is that you're uncertain, and that's all the deterrent we need.
there you go.
Lunanora and Ard. Well, I shouldn't speak on it too much, but seeing as you're already on the run, they have somewhat of a partnership.
Oh.
Ard is where he is because he defended her champion, after all.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, where is Ard?
Where is Ard? Changed to Agrados.
It's going to say it probably wouldn't have gone well. Kowak kind of just looks at Cassian like, that's not cool. And he's like, yeah, no, okay, because I think he's recalling. I think I was given little tidbits about the St. Lucinian situation. Namely that, St. Lucini obviously died at Rovigo, but that there was some kind of an involvement from Ard, and so Kowak's sort of just like, or some lack of involvement from Ard. I think Anagaros tried to force him to do something, and and Ard was like, "Fuck you, buddy." And so Kowak's gonna sort of just give a bit of a look to Cecilia. Say, I mean, I'm also not gonna talk on it too much, but Lunanora isn't in the best shape either.
No.
Well, both our gods serve people first. Difficult times when peoples view themselves as gods. Gods that serve the people turn to dust. But heroic action turns it around for a little bit.
Maybe we both need this then. We both need to get rid of whatever this is. Maybe to help both of us in that regard.
Yes. I have no love of the, and she briefly glances to Amaya before continuing. Of the priests of Anagaros.
You and me both.
Amaya can feel Cecilia kind of glance towards her, and she just quietly scoffs and then just turns her head away.
Kowak intentionally directs Foylan to give them a little bit more, like, of a wide berth, assuming Amaya is still on the back of Foylan.
But they do keep things organized. Maybe if we can just put a few of the more, and then she flicks back. She looks to Amaya, but there's blocking view now. Well, maybe we'll just remember that most of them are human.
Kowak's just gonna sort of crack a bit of a smile. He knows what that means. I think he's interpreting it one way. she means it another, then whoops, that's awkward. But if it's human, it bleeds.
And
I think Cass was like paying attention to the conversation, but they're sort of going off on their own now because they don't know what's happening in the conversation.
Well, let's put together a. Yeah, we can head back to town and find a boat, or we can put together a raft. What do you want?
I wish I had my mama's boat still.
The river. Is that what Cecilia's referring to? DM, is it frozen over?
I think partially so. I think with enough, with a good enough check, you could certainly make your way across without one, but it is a bit difficult right now. If you got a raft, it would be a bit more helpful, or theoretically, you could follow the river until it gets more frozen and cross that part.
And looking down, downstream, is there any indication that there's a more frozen part nearby? At least.
Yes, I think so. I think standing where you guys are on the north part, you can look over to your right, and you see chunks of ice beginning to form almost in real time. And as you look to the left, you can see there's more of them. Maybe they're a bit closer together. It's still a bit shoddy, but it's certainly better over here than it is over here. So you think it might get better the further you go down.
It often might be a problem with the ice in the water. It might, hit the boat. But if you look over there, what?
I could swim across.
No.
I'll get hypothermia.
Yes, you'll die of the cold. And
I'm a white
Koak,
I'm a white hobo.
Anyway, Koak gestures
you're
downstream.
right, actually, probably.
Yeah, Koak gestures downstream, and to the point where it's more frozen over, and says, "We might be able to cross over there. Well, we could always get the raft, but I'm worried about the ice in the water and the raft. It might be a bad mix."
And so we're gonna walk down this way then?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll cross there if you're all confident.
I'm confident as I'll ever be. Me being, the heaviest, and he sort of gestures to the fact that he's the only one wearing heavy armor.
Wish there was more than 2 bridges.
See, I think that as long as Kovac goes left, we'll be fine.
Okay. Well, in that case, it'll be alright.
Could also, never mind.
Yeah. What were you gonna
See,
say?
I got a couple of things that'll do things.
You have a spell storing ring that still has a spell in it.
What? It does?
Yeah, remember? Your mom gave it to you.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a story. What? I didn't know what it did.
Alright. Now let's keep moving then. Come along. Good eye.
Alright.
So what's the beef between you two, anyways? Point to Craggletooth and
Kovac visibly frowns. It's
Craggletooth, looks so confused.
do we have beef? And he kind of looks to Craggletooth.
I didn't think we had beef. Should we make beef?
We don't have any
No.
beef. I gave it to Igor.
You gave it to him?
I gave it to him.
You didn't
Yeah,
make that far. Oh my god.
Well, they were gonna eat Cathian, so...
Oh, the horses. You didn't want to eat the horses, did you?
The horses could probably outrun that thing, and so could Cassian.
He was right in front of me, to be fair, and I was trying to stop him from eating the horses.
I sure couldn't.
To be fair, I would have killed the giant.
I would have killed the giant.
So would I.
Why did you kill the giant?
Just
Because
gonna keep walking. We're just gonna keep
Oh, yeah, we're
walking.
moving while we're talking.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It would have
Let's
taken
speed up a
longer.
Just speed up a
See-
bit.
If anything, I
here's-
saved just a little bit of time.
see, here's the thing on my alright. I would have wanted to try to kill it. However, the two of the squishiest of us were right in front of him. It would have been a death sentence for them. It would have been bad.
He had an
I
handled
owlbear
it.
with him. He had a fucking owlbear with him.
He had an owl. Why don't you
I have a
mention
dog.
things?
I have a dog.
They say you suffer less if you do less evil.
I like that. You sure we can't be friends?
Maybe eventually. You are pretty nice. And there's none of my usual co-workers around.
I'll give her a flower.
You don't give that back.
She takes the flower, and she looks at it like she's uncertain what to do with it for a moment, and she looks at you.
Put it in
She's
your
had
hair.
this mask of, like, clear certainty, slight cockiness this whole time.
Put it on your
And then she
hat.
just, like, places it on the hat, like, on the brim.
Yeah.
Just put in the little strap around the hat, like a feather.
You are not immune to mop flower.
You're not immune to propaganda.
And
The moment we get back to Erwin, I'm taking it out.
Propaganda.
I love that. So, you will follow down the river. It will get a bit better. Still a bit rocky, though. So, if you'd like to cross the river at this point, we can do a skill challenge.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I have so many skills.
You do.
Wait, I could just freeze the water again. God damn it.
You could. Hey,
It's flowing water. You could.
you could.
All right.
But I think Cecilia's gonna try and just shift across quickly from the heaviest bits. Probably trying to stay on the rocks, actually.
Okay. Is that an acrobatics check?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and roll acrobatics. You only need 4 successes for this. You guys made a point to go to the easier bits.
Oh, that's only a 15.
It's only a 15, which is certainly... I mean, barely, but it's still a success.
Rolls a 4? Yeah, it's only a 15.
You guys get to the rockier, icier parts of the riverbank, and all of you kind of stare at it, wondering what you might do, and then Cecilia jumps, rushes forward, hops from rock to rock, piece of ice to other piece of ice. There's a moment where she slips and moves across one moment of ice before she reaches the end of it, jumps, leaps forward, and is now on the other side of the river.
House blinks.
Farco just gives her a slow clap.
Alright, well, you're right. Well, try and beat that, Cassian.
I guess it's gonna look to Kovak and with a sort of like, what, me? Why me?
You're the one in the light armor.
Don't you have some kind of special powers? Do you summon... No. Tell me you're not one of the ones that bites, too.
You talking to me?
No, to
Sandra's
Cassie.
probably my
so-
favorite, though. No, maybe
Cass is so
Ferondra.
fucking confused.
She's wondering what type
I
of
roll out-
undead you are.
Oh! Okay, sorry, I did not hear that.
Forgive
Okay.
me, this is gonna happen a lot. Cecilia doesn't explain unless you ask.
Oh no, that's so fair. Okay, sorry, what did Cecilia say exactly?
She said, don't you have some kind of special powers, or oh, don't tell me you're one of the ones that bites.
No. Not they're about to say not often, but they're gonna shut the fuck up at that.
Hop will take the opportunity to say, well, he does bite sometimes. He bites our enemies, but he
Cass is
bites,
gonna just glare at Mob to be quiet.
but he turns into like a big old wolf.
No,
Hmm.
oh fuck.
To be fair, I bite too.
Cass
So
just
like,
covers their face in their hands, and then can I roll athletics to get across this?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, they're just done at this point.
You know? Biting your enemies is permissible.
With a tinge of embarrassment and anger behind your breath, you leap as well. Much more ice and rock will splinter and shatter. More ice than rock. Beneath your weight as you bring your heft across the river and land next to Cecilia, a bit embarrassed and a little angry.
Throw me, Kovak.
I was gonna say, just to check, right? It's myself, and then it's the dog with the 3 others on it that are still on this side, right?
Yeah.
And we can't double up on rolls, can we?
No.
Fuck. I'll have Phelan try to take the others, and I'm gonna try to explain it, hoping that I can use Phelan's stealth as him sort of very, very sort of light-footedly being very cautious to be light-footed as he crosses over the ice.
That would
I
be
I raise my hand.
Oh, please raise your hand.
Can I, whatever rolls you make Foylan do, can I add guidance for them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that is more in line with acrobatics. To be fair,
There's nothing else we can do. What
there
are we
are
gonna do?
very
Investigate
few
it?
things you can do to really go across the river. Survival is another one, though. You might be able to use.
Yeah, I'll have Foylan try that.
Okay. What is that? It's wisdom, I believe.
That's a wisdom. Oh,
You can add
and then
a d4. Yeah, a d4 isn't going to bring it there, but that's still a lot.
I should have waited. I should have waited.
And Foylan will move forward, and I think with a 9, this isn't going to be like a catastrophic thing of they drop them in the river or something. They kind of look and like kind of visualize the jumping from rock to rock, and then they think about all the people on their back. They think they could make it across. They don't think they can make it across with people on them with a 9. And so they will not even make the jump out of fear that they will hurt everybody else. Given the low amount of options for this, if you have like a spell or something you'd like to do, or an attack of some kind, you want to describe something, we could go with that as well.
let me have a look.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How wide is the river?
Ooh, Zach.
I presume we're at a thinner point, but the Sudal River is one of the bigger rivers in the region. It's probably, even at this thinner point, a good 25 feet across.
Well,
Oh.
guess what? 25 feet is lower than 30 feet, which is conveniently the range of Misty Step.
God
I know
damn
these
it.
things.
Nice.
So, if it will count, then
mean, yeah.
Krugletooth will like slide off of Foylan and just Misty Step across.
And that is simple as that.
Something
With a drop and a poof, you'll teleport to the other side of the river.
Cass is gonna
What?
give Kragletooth an offer for a high five.
Oh, absolutely takes it.
Yeah!
Wait, has Foylan taken us across? No?
No.
Apparently not. No.
Okay, let's see. How deep is the river at this point?
Do you think you could wade through it, Zach, or would you have to swim?
You could probably wade through it.
Would a direwolf be able to wade through it?
No, I can
Especially
wade
at
through
this time of
It
year.
would be cold.
But it would be
But it-
cold.
But think
That's
about
fine. I can handle it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. The direwolf literally doesn't exist. It is a summon. Just
This is
stay on his back.
true.
He can walk through. He is not affected by the weather.
But would that
Consider-
not, like, but would that not also go to say that Foylan cannot get injured? If he's just a summon?
No, he will.
No.
If you're using that knowledge, no?
Worst case scenario, he will just disappear, and then you can reset.
Yeah,
him.
but
Okay.
you haven't
It'll be
considered
fine.
passenger princess Amaya over here. Needs. She's down on her luck already, man. Just let her have
Yeah.
our Foylan.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. And then, I'm
I-
saying, right?
So,
Yeah.
Mop, did you want to just try and?
Okay.
Did you just want to try
Yeah.
and wade across?
Yeah, Mop will
Alright.
take off her. Well, she doesn't wear shoes. I guess
Do-
she'll just wade across. She'll hold up her jacket.
Yeah, do me a con save with advantage.
All right, gotcha. Skills. No, main.
Yeah.
Con.
I will go ahead and add.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. Yep.
Nice.
It is a little chilly even for you, Mop, but you remember the days on the farm and this time of year where you would literally get into the river to grab things beneath the ice. This is relatively fine for you. You're able to wade your way across just fine.
I'm made out of steel.
And with that, I mentioned earlier The Fuelin couldn't get across because of the people on his back. That number of people has now significantly diminished. So they will, with your permission, Kovak, wade their way across with Amaya on their back.
Yeah, permission given.
They will make a con save to see if they get some kind of effect, but they'll be fine, probably. Let's see. They are fine. They managed to wade their way across with Amaya on their back. And Kovak, is there anything specific you'd like to do, or do you want to just brunt it a bit?
Well,
you do have a +4 to saves.
Yeah.
Which means you have a
+7. I was gonna say, there was the idea for me to Misty Step. I only have 2 second-level spell slots. I'm keeping those.
Sure.
I'll just wade.
Yeah. Constitution save, then. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, thank God.
There is a moment where the cold begins to creep in, but you feel a small amount of silver light barely visible emanating from your necklace that manages to keep you safe.
Yippee!
And so you will reach the other side of the river. And when you do, you'll see that ice beginning to clump together, a wooden boat in the river. But more importantly, just a little bit further down, there's smoke coming from what looks like a giant tree stump. And I will put you guys onto a map.
I always get excited when Dust says, and I will put you guys onto, and it's like, new map! New map!
I especially love how there's a pause.
Yeah.
Right after onto.
It's very important.
Dramatic, you know. You gotta build it up.
Ooh. Look at this.
Back to Kovach.
It's me.
Kavach, baby.
And where's Foilin? Foilin, there you go. Oh, I accidentally put Mop really far away. But yeah.
I was about to...
Where am I?
You will see up ahead, above the hill, you will see what looks to be a giant log decorated with these sort of silvery, icy ribbons with smoke coming up from the top. It's almost shining a little bit. Now the snow has gotten, additionally, a little bit heavier, and you imagine it's been snowing enough that it's actually managed to cover the ground a little bit.
No.
So it's a little... it looks different now than it did before. But yeah.
I'd like to know what the heck that is. I'd like to look at it and figure out what I'm looking at.
Okay.
I'd like to investigate, as it
Still
were.
speaks of hag to me.
I would also like to do the investigate.
Go for it.
Is investigation that you guys are rolling?
Can I use Arcana?
I don't think with the way that checks works, depending on what you roll, I will give you a specific amount of information. I don't think Arcana is going to get you much here, at least from this position.
Alright.
Here. I'll jump
May
in
I-
then, why not?
Yeah, go for
May I
it.
use
I'm not.
perception?
I am not.
You can do
Are we
perception. Oh my god.
Fuck.
28!
Holy shit.
I think
Okay.
it's a tree stump.
Damn it.
So, Cassian, Amaya, Mop, you three, maybe that there's someone inside. It does just appear to be a giant tree stump that has been refurbished into a place where someone can live. Amaya, it's made of stone. You don't know what this is. It could be tree, it could be a stone, fucking, who knows?
That must have been one big tree.
Kovach and Craggletooth, you see the smoke indicating that either somebody's home or someone has purposely left something on to indicate that they are home, probably a trick, if not that. You can also look a little further up and see a tent next to it, which is a little bit bizarre, but besides that, hard to see anything from right here. Cecilia, with a 28, you sort of look at the ground while everyone else is focusing up at the stump. You don't see any indication that anyone has been here in a really long time, which with a 28 means either whatever was here is still in there, they left a while ago, or they can fly.
Yeah. No footprints. Either it doesn't eat, it flies, or it's been in there for a very long time.
If you had to make
So-
a guess, which one do you think it would be?
Probably flight, but who knows? Maybe it's undead.
This is Shasta speaking to Craggletooth. Throw a rock at the window.
Listen, I'm just
Okay.
saying, don't tempt me like that.
Do you have a usual break down the door kind of person?
Cass points
Yes.
to Kovac and Craggletooth.
That's typically me, and I would much prefer it to be me, Craggletooth. No offense. I
Oh,
am.
come on. Well, no, it's
I-
okay. You go in first. I'll be back up.
I was going to say I have more armor than you do, so.
Well, it's hard to hit me.
Shasta, do you need the map?
No, I got the map, but
gotcha.
Jess is just scrolling on their phone,
yeah,
on
I'm
their
just scrolling on.
TikToks.
Oh, that's mine.
And I will grab my knife and look real scary.
And then I'll be in the
Disadvantage on
wings.
intimidation.
And I'll like pull myself up the side.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll just stealth up against the side of the thing.
Absolutely. Roll
Yeah, I was
stealth
Well,
gonna
check.
not
say-
stealth to anyone out here, just to anyone inside, I guess.
Yeah. Roll a stealth check for me.
Gotcha. Wow, this is another one I have such a small bonus for. There we go. It's only a
17.
Oh my
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking
you small
god.
bonus. Okay, man.
I fucking hate the Bloody Hunter.
Foylin will take a seat right here, and we'll just kind of stare at the door, ripping and raring to go. There is, when you approach, shrouded in a little bit of fog, there appears to be a mailbox, just sort of affixed to the ground by a post, with a, I don't know what they're called. It's the thing that you place up and down on the mailbox when they, to indicate that there's mail in or not.
The flag.
Little flag.
Yeah, a little flag. It looks like it's made of
Lame.
peppermint. And on the side of the mailbox are the initials AH.
And so
He's
then
gonna sniff at the peppermint.
Smells like peppermint.
Take a bite. Oh my god.
Koa kind of leans like around to where Cecilia is, and then just like makes a motion of like a kick, and then points at the door, like questioning it. Like, should I?
She like shrugs a bit and then makes a motion like kicking a door in. A practiced one. And,
Naturally.
and then also like knocks and just shrugs again.
Koak is going to shrug in return, and is going to approach the door.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to put his ear to it.
You don't
To
hear.
try to.
You don't hear anything inside.
All right. Well, no one to terrify. Then Koak is going to boot the door down, or not down, open, preferably.
You will, with a swift kick, the door will swing open, and you will see a small room with disheveled carpet, a broken table, and chairs, some ingredients, maybe groceries of some kind, long since spoiled. But the room smells sweet, and in the center of the room you see a pile of gifts.
Koak puts a hand up so that people don't follow him in just yet.
Oh wow. Okay.
And is going to very, very cautiously, I think, like, put a pinky under one of the lids of the presents and sort of just slowly lift it.
So, I'm gonna lock you guys now.
Is it a
Kovac,
mimic?
you lean down
It's a mimic.
and you go to touch it. And as you lift your pinky against it, you feel a slight shuffling. You look and see a string attached to one of the boxes with a tag on it. You go to glance at it ever so briefly. And written in an impossibly contradictory, beautiful cursive and also the messiest cursive you've ever seen. It reads, "Oh, murderer mine, a present for you and all you're like, Auntie Holly." And as you read that, you try and pull away, and the present comes with you, and then the lid will open up with teeth lining every single side of it, and it will try and chomp down on your pinky. And
Fucking knew it.
we are going to enter combat. Let me... I feel like... Yeah, this one's good.
So funny.
Alrighty. I'm going to make them all known now.
Huh?
Look
Look at them! Little guys!
Fuck off, little guys.
As you try and pull back, it will move with you, and it is going to make a bite attack on you.
We're just hungry little guys.
And that is a hit.
That's fine.
And then I want you to make me a Constitution saving throw. I can do that for you. I don't know why I'm asking you to do it.
Oh my
Natural
god.
1. You are going to lose 10 HP.
Huh?
Kovak, you will very suddenly take 10 necrotic damage. And when that happens, you will see the mimic will actually pull back and unadhere from you, and will begin shaking a bit back here. They'll just begin vibrating a little bit.
What?
Would you like to steal?
Yes. I'd like to fucking martial check whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, make a wisdom.
It's a mimic.
No, not the fact that it's vibrating.
Oh, yeah.
You probably come across a mimic or two in your time. These ones are certainly different. They almost appear to be engineered somehow, which is terrifying, first of all. On top of that, they're shaking. You've never seen it before, but this thing just sapped life away from you. It is very likely it is trying to make life right now. And you think on, what's it called? At the start of the new round, a juvenile mimic will be born.
God damn it.
I'm going to kick your ass, Dust. Yeah, alright, well, anyway, clutching the fact that his fucking arm is now, like, shredded and he probably feels woozy, right? That's poison, yeah?
Oh yeah, there was a bit of poison in there.
Alright, and he's gonna just like, he's gonna stumble back out. He's gonna be like, it's not good. Craggletooth, please do me favor. Please do favor.
Uh-huh.
Fucking blow up. And he points into the room. And I'm gonna pass to
Craggletooth, like, claps her hands together, absolutely delighted.
Before I do that, I'm gonna use 10 out of my... No, 15 out of my,
30.
Yeah, out of my 30 to restore a bit of health.
Go for it.
I will pull that onto me, but in the meantime, blow shit up, Craggletooth.
Yippee!
Alright.
So we are doing Melf's minute meteors. My
Love
good
it.
old guy.
Good old go-to.
Good old listen, my MO, it's never steered me wrong.
It's true.
That's a lie, it has. However, so we're gonna send 2 meteors to basically to the mimic in the middle, because then they'll explode and get the mimics on the side.
Absolutely.
So that is, they all need to make 2.
I will help you with that.
Yeah.
1 moment.
Por favor.
We'll do the first one, which is, I believe, is that 3 failures? That's 3 failures.
Yippee!
So I'll roll that damage for you. And then I'll
Oh.
do it one more time. That is 2 successes? Yes. They still take half damage, though.
It's okay.
And I'll take a little bit more damage.
Okay.
You also have the bonus action.
I do. I'm debating what I want to do on the bonus action.
You could run forward and slam the door closed and then run back. Hey, that is something you can do. You know, give us some time to collect whatever the fuck kind of thoughts we're gonna have.
Or you could blast them again.
I could blast them again, actually.
Could
They're
blast
gonna
them
steal anyways. You might want to just cut off their movement.
Yeah, I'll close the door, actually.
Okay.
Combat?
Just
I don't
goes-
think so.
And
Just goes up and slowly closes the door.
yeah, and then back the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
No, is
I'll
this
stay
what
there.
we're doing? Alright.
I'll pass over to Cecilia unless they steal.
I snap my fingers.
So from behind the door, you will hear immediately some fumbling, and then you will hear an awful, awful retching noise, and a weird cracking.
Ooh.
And this is actually good. I'm gonna make 2 attacks on the door. Well, I might make 2. It depends on how. Yeah, it certainly hits the door. I think that's enough to break. Yeah, that's certainly enough to break down the door.
Fuck.
The one on the left will absolutely shatter the door into pieces. And then you will see a tiny little gingerbread man.
And then Kovak is going to watch the Juvenile Mimic approach him, and he's just going to yell, "It gave birth!"
Cass has been like round this corner, like from the get-go, like investigating this like torn up tent with the fucking meat around, and they saw Kovak stumble out, yell out for a Craggletooth. Fire went in, the door was slammed, the door fucking went open, and they're just looking to Craggletooth and Kovak like, what the fuck is going on?
And
Mimic!
Kovak, what sucks even more, you see this little gingerbread come out. They have this, what's it called? Like in this gray frosting, they have like this coat over their chest that breaks off with teeth down the middle, and this stark black hair with slightly green tinted skin. It looks like you.
Oh my god.
It's a Kovak gingerbread cookie.
It's a
What
Kovak
the
gingerbread
fuck?
cookie with razor sharp teeth and an extra arm coming out of its side.
Kovak looks mad as hell. He's drawing his glaive. He's ready to cut this thing in half.
Craggletooth
It's
looks
gonna-
at the cookie and looks at Kovak and goes,
Um,
Kovak, have you ever
oh.
wanted children?
Oh, you have
No!
a thing, don't you, Cecilia?
Cass is actually
Since
Cass
it
is actually
attacked-
gonna burst out fucking laughing at
Since it
Craggletooth.
attacked Kovak, I'm gonna use the opening and make an attack against it immediately.
Go for it. Night hunters
In the
are
middle of-
insane.
Hey Sam,
It.
I hope you know
You
I'm
can
not
roll
letting
damage.
you
You're
live
gonna
this
kill
down. Cass is not gonna let Kovak live this down.
I hate you.
Miniature Kovak with razor sharp teeth leaps through the air at your face, Kovak. And you're using a short sword?
Yeah, I just draw the silvered short sword.
Yep. With
Slice
one.
it in two before it gets you.
Yep. With one swift motion, you slice upwards, and it will crumble into pieces on the ground.
And I am not hidden anymore.
Mhm.
Kovak is just going to, oh man, he's gonna look at Cecilia and say, "You're amazing. Thank you."
Thanks for going in there first.
Yeah, it's my job. And he braces himself for whatever the fuck's gonna come through that door.
How did it feel being a
Actually,
dad
yes.
for like 5 minutes, Kovak?
Shut up!
You will see their massive peppermint tongue leach outwards and jump at you, and you just kind of like move backwards a little bit to dodge out of the way as they begin to shift and move forward and outward. This
One
one will
hop.
get here,
Boy.
and this one will get here.
Oh.
But that is all of the mimics' turns.
See? That's why we closed the door, because if we didn't, all three of them would be fucking
They will
stuck.
pass randomly to one of you three who haven't gone yet. Actually, no, Cecilia also hasn't gone yet. That would be... I believe that's Amaya, but I think Ellie disconnected.
Ellie!
I have.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
I'm restarting my computer. I'll be right back.
All good. I will, in that case, give it to Mop, since you are the next one.
Well, Mop was in the middle of was in the middle of building a little snow mob.
Aww.
And then they hear a commotion, and
Oh.
they're like, "Oh shit! All right,
Well, I'm glad you're having fun. I'm dying.
I'll hop to it. I'll run over. Hi, how's it going?
You're getting
No.
right up in their face.
Hobart is going to yell at Mop to fucking go back.
It's too late now. I'm.
Oh, you moron! Not Marshall.
Let's see. Hang on. Let's see.
I'll have to get
You were
in there.
dying. You were dying next turn. That is a fact.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Dragon's Breath on myself,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use Dragon's Breath.
Okay.
Shit.
What damage type?
Ooh, that's a real good question. Let's see.
Fire didn't do anything extra. We don't think, at least.
I didn't
Oh
see
man,
any
that's what we gotta do. We gotta make our martial checks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You did do one, and I will actually read that. I'll make that one very clear to you since I didn't actually fully explain it. If you're grappled, you'll have to make a DC 13 con save or take 10 necrotic damage, and for every 10 necrotic damage, there will be a juvenile wounding.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh,
What?
I'm gonna use
No more.
acid.
Acid.
Keep
Okay.
up one of those meteors just in case.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
do you want to make a martial check for me, Mom?
For me?
Yeah, make a martial
Little
check.
me?
I'll
How do I
remind
martial
you.
check? How do I do it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom? Just
We're
regular
very
wisdom.
strategic. That's
Wisdom
how we
check.
know how to do our martial checks.
Wisdom.
We've never
I-
forgotten a martial check in our
Now,
lives.
here's
I-
the thing.
I don't know.
Game.
I don't know what the heck I'm looking
Oh,
at.
I'll let Dust talk. I'm interrupting.
You're okay. Here's the thing, Mom. You would think, right? You would think that with a 9 you wouldn't beat it. These people aren't that charismatic.
Okay. These people?
These creatures, might be. I think as you're like trying to decide what damage type, I will throw you a bone with that martial check. They are
Uh-huh.
immune to acid damage.
Holy shit. Alright, we're not gonna do acid.
Thank God.
Let's do. They're not immune to acid. Well, they are immune to acid. They're not immune to fire.
Mimics are people.
Just-
Mimic people. Mimic rights.
Fuck, dude. Let's do. Lightning.
Okay. Absolutely. It's a 15-foot cone, correct?
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, I was just saying, you're gonna flag one of us.
Actually, they would.
Alright, we're doing good. Okay, we're fine.
Oh, very barely miss me.
Can I,
yeah,
can
I
I
was gonna
tilt
say.
it? Yeah,
Yeah,
that way.
you could do that, and you won't hit anybody.
Alright, cool, I'll do that.
Alrighty. Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
delete it. I love that.
And how do I hit both of them?
I will, because the tokens are so close together, I will take care of that this time, because
Cool.
I'm just gonna move people a bit, and then...
Thanks, Dad.
Just like Kovok.
I'll kill all
Wow,
of
they
you.
both succeeded, but they take half damage.
I
Are you
put Kovok
shitting
back.
me, brother?
Oh, shit, me.
That's so pretty
These
good.
things are tough.
Uh,
Shit.
who would you like to pass to?
I'm gonna pass to Cassian.
Hello.
Alrighty.
Go,
Right
Cassian. Get him.
Right there. Right there.
Right, huh? You want me to go right there?
So that they don't, bum rush the fucking sorcerer.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put them right there. For-
Thank
Strategic.
you.
No bother, no bother. Okay, I might actually use dinner fork for this one.
Oh, yes.
Stab
Dinner fork.
that one right in front.
Dinner
Yeah.
Do you remember
Stab
dinner
one
fork?
right in front.
Shakes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dinner.
How do I do this again?
It's a shakes
I
dinner
remember
fork.
how to do this.
Are you going
you know
to? Are you going to use its effect, or are you going to attack with it?
I'm just gonna attack because I don't want to
Go for it. That
getting
is-
anyone else.
That certainly hits.
Yeah.
I forget
and then
what
my
your.
little damage.
You have divine strike. I'm trying to make sure. Oh, did you want to use your? You don't have to. You, if you remember, you changed your thingies, your channel divinities.
Yeah. I believe I did.
You don't have to do that here, but you did change one of them to divine strike.
Oh. Wait.
Yes.
I'm reading it.
Plus 10 to hit,
Oh.
I believe, is Divine Strike, yes.
Can I actually use Divine Strike? Because I don't think I've used it yet.
Absolutely.
do I
I
do?
believe you have two. Just you hit, roll damage. I will make sure to fix it so you can just add it next time. And here is the map. So that's 10, and then I want you to roll 2d10 for me.
Plus 6, nice.
Which one's the D10?
It's the one with the 10 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow!
Hey!
Holy
Good,
shit!
Thomas.
And it would be that plus 6, which is 24 extra damage. Oh my god!
Might actually
It-
be fine.
So, Cassian, it had exactly 24 HP left.
My God.
Let's go.
Nice.
How do you describe, this is the first time that you have ever used something like this. How do you describe this happens?
Oh,
If you'd like, I can.
I trust your judgment more than I trust
Got
mine.
you. Normally, you use your great axe. This time, your hand reaches for Shake's dinner fork, a trident covered with various runes and cracks all across the sides. You see a lightning brand across it, pointing to a crescent moon carved in previously. You leap forward, and with a single strike, you jut it forward, stabbing it through the mimic, and divine silver light explodes it from the inside into what only appears to be confetti and smells like peppermint.
Nice chat.
With a touch of lavender. You have 2 attacks.
Nice. I think Cass is gonna like blink in surprise at that because obviously they've never done that before. And then they're gonna snap their gaze onto this motherfucker right here. And I think I'm just gonna use the dinner fork to just attack it again.
Absolutely. That's a hit. Roll
Nice.
damage.
Okay.
Do a bit more damage to it. Alrighty. Besides that, I think the only person who hasn't gone this round... Oh no, Cecilia and Amaya have not gone. Who would you like to pass to?
Oh. Ellie, are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, go. I passed to
Okay.
Ellie.
Okay, Amaya. This is just what she kind of sees. She goes up this hill. She sees the stump. She knows it's a stump now. And out come all these treasures and a fucking freaking nature tiny version of Kovok made entirely of gingerbread.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So she's just usually she'd be disappointed. She's just more weirded out. But that's okay because nobody's safe from the guy's spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
You know, I want you to know that from the beginning of this campaign, because that was literally the first spell you casted, I have had Spiritual Weapon in the combat tracker. What would you like it to be here? Or where would you like it to
Yeah,
be? Gotcha.
yeah, that's a good spot.
Alright, you can roll attacks and damage on it with your spells.
Okay. Yeah, it's just gonna punt this guy.
Go for it.
It's gonna. Oh, I forgot. I need to do that. I'm getting there. Where is it? Have it. Yes, I do.
And I believe that's actually a bonus action, so you still have your action.
Oh, okay. The attack melee +8, right?
Yep. Certainly a hit. Go ahead and drag the damage onto it. There you go. Actually, I have a question. What does her spiritual weapon look like? Has it changed at all?
So I still think that it is a mace.
Gotcha.
However, from probably what the party has witnessed before, it was kind of this blaring yellow gold
Hang on.
mace. It definitely does not look like that now. It's hard to actually tell if it's actually kind of gold, but it looks more. It's definitely weaker. It looks a little bit more rusted. And it's kind of more of like a bronzish tone now-ish.
Gotcha.
It's hard to kind of tell right now, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it will slam into the mimic, dealing quite a bit of damage to it. Still your turn, or your action, I mean.
Cool. Was,
What the fuck?
oh,
What the fuck?
Cecilia says something in a language which I now know nobody else understands, I think.
oh,
Cecilia
I
does.
understand
Amaya
this.
does.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, Maya gets to understand that little quip then. There you go.
Maya can read cursive.
Celestial sounds like the ringing of a thumb against a wine glass.
It kind
Oh,
of
that's cool.
was there, I don't know if this was a check has been made while my computer hit the curb, but do we know what their weaknesses are?
They don't seem to have any vulnerabilities that you are aware of.
We know their
but-
immunity though, and it's acid.
Yeah, you know they're immune to acid damage.
Okay. Can I, on the same mimic that I just attacked, I want Amaya to cast Toll the Dead.
Oh, go for it. It's one of my favorite cantrips.
Hee hee. Where is it?
Oh, and you are actually, you're level 5, so I need to go ahead and increase that damage really quick.
Do you want me to wait then?
No, you're good. It's all good now. It'll be the D12 if it hits. Yep. Go ahead. Go ahead and drag the D12 on it.
Bomb.
Oh, that is a
In,
nasty amount of
in
damage.
Domain of Demons, Ares' Toll the Dead is the sound of dull, ringing shields. Very cool.
Ooh, I love
And they are a
that.
paladin of Inagros. There's no.
Okay,
This is fun.
I love that. Well then,
Um,
Amaya, I believe that is the end of your turn. The only one left to pass to is Cecilia.
Mhm.
Or I guess Foylan, but Foylan could go last.
it gives Act a turn.
Yes, give Zach a turn.
Hey, I got to make an attack right away. We're good. Cecilia's gonna pull out her bag of tricks.
Love that.
Alright. She's gonna pull one of the various little. She's gonna pull one of the bags that's strapped to her side off and empty it into the doorway here as an action. And I'm gonna drop a bunch of caltrops in there.
Okay, alright.
And then just make her way around. And whip out a dagger. Nah, I can use the short sword still. Yeah, it's light. We're good.
Yeah.
I'll make a bonus action attack against this mimic.
Absolutely.
Chunk.
Certainly a hit.
Alright, this does no damage.
You can't put sneak attack on it?
Oh, you're right, it would be sneak attack, so...
It
yeah,
dies.
More than that.
It is 1 HP.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You toss some caltrops in, dance around Kovak, and with your short sword take a stab through this other mimic, and when you pull back, your sword is covered in this awful, sticky-looking substance that appears to almost be like melted gumdrops.
Ooh.
Ugh.
And
Gilded Gear can get that out.
and it smells unfortunately good. And Foylan is what is Foylan gonna do? Foylan is actually going to. Are you still on his back, Amaya?
Yeah.
Foylan is
But if
going to rush over here, and simply give Kovak the help action. And
Where's
then-
Amaya?
Wait, where
Where
did Amaya
did you
go?
go?
Oh,
Under? Okay, she's underneath. Hang on.
yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me. There you go.
And then they will pass to Kovak.
Well, there's caltrops in the way.
There are caltrops, and if you'd like, You can, if you wish to attack, you can hold an action to wait for them to approach.
No, I was gonna say that's exactly what I was thinking. I think Koak is gonna just hold his action, anticipate, that the mimic might be incoming, and so he's gonna wait by the door with the glaive out, and he's gonna sort of gesture to foil. He's gonna to flavor it with the help action. He's gonna gesture to foil into bark when the mimic makes itself appear in the doorway.
Got you.
So that when it does, he swings down.
Got you. How do caltrops work against that? Is it for every 5 feet they take a d4 of damage and it's difficult terrain?
No, if they go into them, they make a DC 15 dex save, and if they fail, they stop moving.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Love that.
And they take 1 damage, and until they heal that damage, they have 10 less movement. Very complex, old item.
Yeah. In that case, Kovac, who'd you like to pass to?
Man.
I'm gonna pass to Cecilia and have Kovac sort of gesture to the other side of the door.
She'll not step in.
Yeah.
Not into the caltrops, but to the other side of the door.
Step into your own trap that you just placed. Yep.
And I will use Watch Them Move and use my action to gain an additional reaction this round.
Oh, yippee!
Holy shit.
Absolutely.
What level is Cecilia again?
6.
Same level as you right now.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it. This is crazy.
Insane.
I've gotten to use every ability I have. It's awesome.
It's so
Oh, that's
I have
right.
one more, actually.
I just realized that some of you just got your new abilities for your the token trick and whatnot.
Rogue
You're
is
right.
just really nice. That's all. Ever seen a rogue with a +5 stat? Anyways.
Yes.
And I'll pass over to Cassie and say, "You want to fill the middle?"
Pardon?
And I'll motion to my left. Just
Oh, like to stand.
Join us.
Oh, like to stand beside.
join us.
I'm sorry. Here.
We might want to be on the here.
There?
As the mimic starts to
Yeah,
fumble
yeah,
and
yeah.
move a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit
Oh,
closer.
right, okay. No, this is more so me just being confused out of character. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Right
I was just you can just get
There-
in the doorway with us, wherever you want to be, wherever makes sense.
Okay, right, fuck it, I'll just stand here.
Already?
That wasn't in character, it was me just being a bitch out of character.
You're fine. And Cassian also want to hold their
A
action
ridiculous
to
concept.
attack when it approaches.
Yes, we're gonna
Already? You're gonna beat
shit
the shit
out
out
of
of this
when
thing.
it comes out.
When who do you want to pass to?
Kind of
Amaya.
I kind of want to pass the crowd tip to see what the fuck they're gonna do, but the spiritual weapon's still in there, so
That's true.
Yeah.
this is a terrible
Just
decision.
get everyone lined up. It hits the caltrops, it dies.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Wait a minute. Pseudopod's a ranged attack.
True. Are they going to be smart enough to use that? We'll find out.
That depends. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Mimic's the dumbest thing.
Maybe
You-
I
How
should
do I
have
do
considered
it?
it.
You would be
They have things.
surprised.
Who wants to go? Who wants to go?
I'm down to go.
Okay. Pass the crowd
No one else
tip.
is raring to go.
I'm down to go if no one else is raring to go. Is introvert for please me. So
I would like to I would like to do a scorching ray on this dude,
Got you.
At-
Absolutely.
and I would like to. Yeah, actually no, we're just doing it at second level.
Yeah. You also have your bonus action Melf's Minute Meteors. Still 4 of them.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
yeah, that was intentional.
So I imagine you're going to move like right here to get within sight of it.
Yeah, just like following it or like getting up the rear.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Go ahead and
Let's-
cast your Scorching Ray.
right. 3 of them, right?
Yep. It's certainly a hit. That's still a hit. All 3 of those are hits. You don't even need to use your token trick yet. You're just cool.
I know. 1, 2, 3. 66.
I appreciate you.
Holy fuck.
And now I would like to use my minute meteors and send 2 of them in.
Go
I
for
get
it.
through shit this time. What the hell?
That's a success, half damage. That's another
Oh, wow.
success, half damage. It is going to steal at the end of your turn.
Mhm.
We're gonna make an intelligence check. Okay.
Oh.
15. I feel like that is enough for it to be like, They seem to be preparing for something.
Oh, I don't like that. Uh-oh.
Actually, wait. It can't get you. It can't reach you with Pseudopod. It has to move closer.
Let's go! It's fucked.
So it will.
Alright.
Alright.
I propose a little something to everyone here, alright? So all of us that have our prepared actions, we all separately just roll the attacks onto it, and we all just chamber our damage together, and we just see what the number ends up as.
I believe in you
Funny.
both. I did not prepare an action. I
Oh,
just
you
prepared
didn't?
reactions in case it had a plan.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's true. Wait, does it get to attack?
Yeah, I can still attack.
So you do actually get a reaction. You do get to attack here. Because it will take an attack still.
If it attacks me, we'll see. You know?
Yeah. I will...
We'll see.
You're the closest, so I think it will attack you.
Yeah, if it misses me, I can make an attack.
It'll just make a...
If it hits me, I'll uncanny dodge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have everything ready. You'll be fine.
And if it somehow does both, I'll
It's a
do
miss.
both. Yeah.
It's fucked.
So now we jump it, right?
Yeah, jump it.
Now we get him.
Okay. Do I get advantage on my on both of my attack rolls because of the help action, or
I actually don't know.
Or
Is
just-
it...
or
Is
just
that-
the
Would
first one?
just be the first one.
No
Gotcha.
worries, I'll take it.
So what do we
Alrighty.
do? Do we all just throw like damage then?
Throw attack.
Attack? Okay.
Attack it.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, this is gonna be so overkill.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I
you just-
did 26.
Yep.
I get it.
Yep. 18.
Okay.
That
You
was
hit
a
it.
really high roll for me.
At 26, 18, and an added 11.
11. Absolutely. Plus the final attack, of course. Just stabbing it to death. Yep, there it is. It lunges forward, stabbing itself on the caltrops. It will fall forward. Swords, tridents, and what do you have? Is it a great axe? What is it?
It's a glaive.
And a glaive.
62.
Will each fall down onto the mimic, cutting it into a billion little pieces, and then it will just slump onto the ground, and will fall, and will open, and you will just see. You expect to see the insides of a mimic, a gory, awful mess. It just looks like eggnog.
Oh.
62
nice.
points of damage, baby.
Does it-
Let's get it.
Does it smell like eggnog?
Does smell like eggnog.
Cass is gonna wrinkle her nose.
Who's making monsters out of delicious things?
I'm just worried that we just killed somebody's pets.
No, I promise you it was not pet. I can tell you that with a bit of certainty. Of course, so we're gonna sort of like use his glaive to like kind of sweep the caltrops to the side. Just sort of like, pushing it out of the way. And is the tag from the present still in here?
Yep.
And he's gonna just like pick up that tag, and he's going to walk right back out, and he's going to just hold it up to Cecilia, and it says, "What is it? A murder of mine." Here,
Yeah, it says, "Oh, murderer's mine, I have left you a delicious present," with a dash, indicating who it's from. It says Auntie Holly.
Of course.
You didn't know those
tag.
presents were ours.
Hag?
Well, it might not be, but Auntie is a title among hags.
With her last, the last 2 meteors, she's gonna send them into the fire pit to light the fire.
Okay. Let me just...
Cool. Kovok, I think I know why those mimics attacked you, or those little monsters attacked you.
Why?
That wasn't your gift. You
Mop?
opened it.
Mop? Those were not gifts to begin with. Those were intentional killing machines. I saved someone's life.
Yes.
know-
Oof.
Oh, yes, Crackle too.
I was just gonna say, Kovak, I know you don't want to be a dad, but for whatever it's worth, I think you'd be a great one.
I'm not going to be a father.
Cass chuckles at Craggletooth.
Now I understand. Alright.
I mean, funny as it may be, Kovak looks a little bit distressed.
Oh no!
Cassian, can you make me a perception
Hello.
check with advantage?
I was about to ask if I could.
Yeah.
With advantage. I just roll again if it's.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
15 is
Okay.
also good.
See if you crit.
Ooh!
19.
Let's
You
go.
look over and see Foylin bend down and begin sniffing the the corpse of the mimic, and he kind of like lifts up and like rubs his nose with one of his paws. It's a little cold out for him. He can't quite
Oh.
pick up anything.
He's a fucking wolf.
But you look down, smell the air for a moment, and you feel pretty confidently you can gauge the direction in which she went.
Oh, let's fucking go. Which way? Which way?
It would have been that way, following the path.
Okay.
Well, honestly, it wouldn't. You think it like your direction to go would be that way. You think she went this way, upwards through the trees.
Useless.
Right, okay. I think it's gonna be obvious that they're like sniffing at the air, and then they're like glancing to Foylin, and then they're looking around, and then they're just gonna like, which way did you say? You said it was
Basically
that
northeast.
way, right?
Yeah. Northeast.
Okay.
Is
I think
Is the-
Oh, go on. Go on.
is the fucking baby Kovok still like? Is there the
It's
fucking?
unrecognizable. It is crumbled on the ground into little cookie
Yeah.
bits.
And I think just to like really hammer home the point that he is a bit distressed by it, he's going to walk over to it and start just crushing it underfoot, like into a powder.
I wanna pick up a big enough piece.
Mhm.
No,
just wanna
you
give it a
don't
little
get a
sniff.
chance. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Please.
Just-
Let me have a
I mean,
sniff.
it is in the eggnog, so
It is. It's grody.
Uh,
What?
I want to take it. Just smell it.
Oh, you could just smell it. The biggest part about all this, it smells awfully sweet right now. Just the air generally.
I'll pick up a little crumb and I'll put it on my tongue.
Can
It
I
tastes-
open the milk?
Great.
Wow!
Mailbox over here.
Open the mailbox.
Can I open the mailbox?
Yeah.
on that
hmm,
part too.
What would be in the mailbox?
Another mimic.
Another mimic.
No.
The Adam.
Okay. I think I'm gonna be a little silly with this. See an envelope. Mhm.
She's gonna pick it up and look at it.
It
And go.
is it is addressed to one Holly. And it says from SC, and there is a beautiful dark red what's it called? It's the thing that a seal. There you go.
Wax seal?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a dark red wax seal with a picture of a four-pointed star on the front. If you'd like, you can break it open.
She's going to break it open. Now, please note, Craggletooth cannot read common. So
Oh, you can't?
she can't read common, no.
Canon.
Okay.
So she's
This
she's
is written in Sylvan, actually. Do you read Sylvan?
oh, I do not read Sylvan, no.
Well,
Oh.
It
Wow.
doesn't change what she's gonna do with it.
Oh no.
okay.
But what she's gonna do is she's gonna open it up, go, wow, guys, oh my god, this is a game changer. And then she's gonna just turn it over and go,
Really?
I can't read this at all.
Oh my goodness! And I will.
I'm just gonna burst out laughing.
Amaya's just gonna pinch the bridge of her nose.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Can you read Sylvan?
No. However,
You comprehend languages.
I
Oh,
do.
that's Sylvan.
Oh shit! Can I just? It's not prepared. Does that matter?
Oh,
Means you'd have to cast it over 10 minutes.
yeah.
Oh.
Does,
Yeah, I got time.
Does Cecilia know? Does Cecilia know
Yes.
Sylvan? Okay.
Yes.
Of course
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah, I think Cecilia's
She
trying to
knows all
offer
the
to
weird
read it.
ones. All the weird creature languages is what she knows.
Cecilia knows all.
Anyone read this before I spend 10 minutes trying to decipher it?
Yeah, that's Sylvan.
What does Sylvan look like? DM, can you put
I
that
can
inside chat?
I can show you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Art.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Okay.
Cecilia, when you
All
look
the
at it,
cursive.
it is a very long letter written by someone who you can tell is far, far too kind and immensely powerful, and also is trying their best to be angry and is doing a relatively bad job at it. But all you really need to know to figure out what this letter is in big capital letters at the top of the page. It says cease and desist.
From Santa Claus, baby. Yeah.
And it is from Santa Claus, of course. Yes.
Yes.
Huge.
I love that.
It appears to be from a Santa Claus.
Don't know.
Starving
That's weird,
movements.
man.
They're being nice. They're trying to be stern, but they're just being
Is
nice.
that just
It's a
Hazel?
cease and desist.
So wait, they're trying to be stern but also too nice.
Yes, I can tell they're trying to be stern in the letter, but they're really bad at it.
And
Yeah,
Kovac
look
sort
at
of
this sentence. I really hope that you will reconsider this because I'll be sad otherwise. It doesn't
Kovac,
really have the same meaning.
as Cecilia reads off that exact line, Kovac just makes dead fucking eye contact with Mob, and it's just like, it sounds like you wrote it.
I don't know, Sylvan.
Fair enough.
I know
real
this
quick,
language instead, and I for the first time you hear Mop say speak in Draconic.
What does it sound like?
What does Draconic sound like?
I feel it's just like dragon
It's a bit
vocalizations,
deep.
right?
It's a bit gravelly. Not nearly
It's
as
a lot
much
of-
as abyssal or infernal.
Growly, but it's certainly like it's like
Yeah.
I never
That's crazy.
crazy. That one.
Okay, well,
I just said I love you, and I think of all of you as my friends.
well, there you go. But real quick, Ellie,
Mm.
is Amaya still mad about everything? Am I gonna be healed, or do I need to use my potion of healing?
God. I know you're going through
I-
a traumatic experience, but can you heal me, please?
Yeah, I was gonna say I just have to ask whether or not, you know.
No, Amaya will heal. She'll bitch about it, but she will.
All right, cool.
All right. Are you just gonna
Okay,
level
well-
1, level
It's
2
charged.
cure wounds?
If it helps guide your decision, I am missing 17 hit points.
It does, however, she's still kind of mad at the caravan, so level 1.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I'll take
because of your... Oh, this will actually be good. Cecilia, what's your passive perception? Pretty high. You
So
have
she doesn't have observant, which means it is only 19.
Right, yeah. Well, this is happening right next to you. You see
Rogues.
Amaya pull her hands out to cast a healing word, cure wounds on Kovac, and you see, clear as day, the gauntlets of Saint Lucinia.
Oh, I
How
forgot about those.
in Odd's name did you get those?
If we tell you, do you promise not to tell anyone else?
We found him.
Well, of course you found them. I promise not to tell anyone else. No.
On the
I
ground.
promise not to get you in trouble. Yes.
Promise not to tell Josiah or anyone and not
Oh,
jealous.
absolutely not. Ideally, I won't
Okay.
be talking to him again for a few years at least.
We found it under Niceseat.
Nice scene, really. I wouldn't have expected it there.
Yes, in the canals. It was apparently the source of a bit of a disease going around, a bit of a fatigue disease.
We did get word about that, but it was solved a few days afterwards.
That was us. The gauntlets were cursed, I think, and had a vengeful spirit in it, but we managed to cleanse them, so
Good work.
thank you. and Kovak's going to try to not focus too much on the fact that, you know, the ex-Najarosan priest is the one wielding those gauntlets. You know, it's out wrong with him ever since the beginning, but, you know, it's also just like, man, it's best used that way. And he's just gonna sort of look to Cass, is Cass looking out on the horizon?
Oh yeah, Cass is like trying to get Foylin's attention because they've noticed that everyone else is talking, so they're gonna talk to Foylin.
Yeah.
Cass is, and then Kovak's just gonna sort of call out to Cassian, like, are you looking at something? Is someone coming? And you can see him loading his hand crossbow as he asks.
Yeah, Cass doesn't even look at them, but they just call back, and they're like pointing off in that direction, and they're just like, I caught a scent, there's something went over that way.
Do you think it might be Auntie Holly?
Foylin will bark and nod over there as well.
Okay.
Alright, further north.
The two dogs seem to be pretty inclined to think that way, so I trust them.
Real quick, out of character, what did you say, Sam?
The dogs.
Yeah, the dogs. Cass is just gonna give Kovak like a glare and then try and like drop down over the edge.
It's not like he's being malicious. He literally just reversed
Oh
the
yeah,
rules
they
of
don't
dogs.
appreciate it. They do not appreciate it.
You hate me. You hate me and you want me to...
Well,
but I think...
yeah. Continue.
Wait, the door's shattered, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone.
Kovak goes back to, like, close the door, and then he realizes, oh, wait, there's no door, and he's gonna be like, oh, okay, well... But, real quick.
Yeah.
Anything left in here? Anything of interest?
There's a few more presents.
Can I not touch them and look at them very closely?
They're... You don't want to touch them.
Yeah,
You don't want to touch them.
Yeah, and I think Kovak's just gonna sort of like... Well, he's just gonna pick up this, like, log, right? He's gonna sort of jut it into the doorway so it acts like a makeshift barricade.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize, you remember the wizard that not the wizard, the potion seller
Yeah.
in Sidal? He
What
gave
was
us like
his
a bunch
name?
of shit.
Jacob Newensen or something like that?
Yeah, he gave us a bunch of shit, and the only thing we used were those cloudy, like fog cloud potions.
Yeah.
One of the things he gave us was 4 vials of alchemist fire.
True.
I'm going to throw 2 of them, like, just on the floor here.
You could just do one to get the job
Okay,
done.
well then, you know, I'll just toss one in there, just to set it on fire. And he's going to...
I wanted to look at everything.
No,
How could you?
there are more presents, sure, but Mom, you saw what happened. It's
You're
not
burning
happening.
things without telling me?
Anyways, we
Oh,
should
poor
get going,
Kraken.
and I think Kovak's gonna, like, just before Mop even gets the bright idea, he's just gonna, like, have to Mop by the scruff of, like, the back of the shirt. Sorry, Mop, it's for your own good, I promise.
Okay.
Hold on.
Maya
So-
kind of already left because she's just gonna let them fuck around and find out.
Cecilia sees a snow mob down the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, that's adorable.
And she'll pull out a piece of sling ammunition and like 2 of them and put them in where the eyes are.
Aww. Let's
Aww,
go.
that's cute. I like that.
And so, you will catch up eventually to Cassian and Phelan, who are making their way through the woods. Eventually, the scent steers, and you have to push through the rocks and the woods. You're getting closer to the mountains now as you get further and further, and you're also noticeably getting colder. Some of you are starting to shiver a little bit. Phelan and Mop are doing just fine, because Phelan's a fucking dire wolf.
Yeah.
Krugletooth is definitely riding on Phelan and like leaning down everything just in Phelan's fur to keep warm.
Absolutely.
Aw.
I think Cass would be doing fine as well.
Yeah.
The
Oh, well, yeah, you're a
cold and
ghost.
heat do not bother
He
them.
doesn't
Yeah,
have body heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eventually, you guys will make your way to a small pathway, and you realize you don't need the smell anymore. You look up ahead and you see a cave opening, which could be any kind, it could be anything really, but what really gives you the tell is looking at the ground and seeing a ton of broken gingerbread cookies with razor sharp teeth in them, as well as a few boxes that are laid out on the ground, dead. Though upon some minor inspection, they don't appear to have been killed by, like, a stab wound or anything like that. They appear to have just died. Just almost naturally, but none of this is natural, so that's a bit of a stretch to say.
Yeah.
And as you get a little bit closer to the cave, you can hear some light murmuring and chanting coming in from within. If you have anything you'd like to do before you go in, now is the time to do it.
Yeah, what do the gingerbread people look like anyone that we'd recognize?
No one that you recognize, but they do look unique, each and every one of them.
And
It's not good.
and you said you didn't have any superpowers, Cassian.
Cass is just gonna turn to Cecilia, and then like they're gonna like glance to Kovac and Mop, because the two of them did like openly make essentially like werewolf jokes.
Yes.
And they're just gonna shrug at Cecilia and just not say a word.
She winks.
Yeah, I mean, Are there any buffs that we can put on? I don't have anything, but if you guys have anything before we go in there. Because I'm expecting we're fighting a fucking hag.
Please don't be fighting a hag. I don't need to fight a hag.
That's what I'm expecting, and that's not gonna be fun.
Just remember, they'll pick the best moment to attack.
Okay, I'll be in the front as usual.
Do we need to figure out a plan of attack here?
Do we want to like see if we can listen in on what they're saying so we know what's going on before we like go in there, or?
I think that's
Probably
a good
idea.
Yeah. In that case...
Is question.
Hmm?
Is there a way that Amaya can use divination to see what might be going on, or what might be the best route to take?
I think that is very good. It takes an action to cast. So, yeah. You will use your 1 day of divination. Does this come to Amaya of her own volition, or is this something that just happens?
A quick question then for the party. Are people like in character plotting and planning how to get in here and that kind of stuff?
Philip's listening, he's not really providing anything, he's just happy to go in there.
We
I
don't
think
have too much to go on, so
Yeah, Cass did ask if the party should figure out a plan before they just go in.
Mhm.
And I feel like Kraggletooth did say in character as well about
Yeah, that was in
listening
character.
Yeah, yeah, so
Amaya will then kind of like glance between Cassian and Quaggletooth, and then probably while sitting on the back of Fwelin, she's just gonna like lower her head and think if she can come up with something, if she can sort of scry into what's going on.
Well, you know who could scry, but doesn't have to scry?
Who's
The guy
that?
who has the familiar.
That is true, you can summon your familiar. But
I summon-
first, we will, well, it does take an hour, I believe, to cast Find Familiar.
No, all I did was puff him out of
But Amaya, you will close your eyes and lean forward, and anyone that's watching, maybe Kraggletooth, since you were also on Fwelin with you, Amaya's head will suddenly jerk upwards, their eyes wide open for a moment, with this bright white light shining in them. And Amaya, you will see a few things into the future. I want you to roll a d6 for me.
6. Oh.
2. Alrighty. You
That's not bad.
have 2 questions you can ask me, and I will answer them truthfully.
Okay.
There'll also be a baseline thing that you will get that doesn't involve the questions, but
Okay. if Amaya can grant into this, what would be the best road to take? Can she envision the party having to fight whatever's in there, or can she envision them talking?
When you look into the future, you see 0 possibilities in which any of you come out of this without there being some kind of fight. You see one where you run away with half of the party member not present. Half of the party not present. You see one where all of you have been turned into wood. But as you kind of hone in and figure out what would be best, you see the hag alone in a room, but you see something lurking in the shadows, presumably you all. You feel the best way to go about this would certainly be stealthing your way in and ambushing her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey chat, is there anything you guys want to ask for the second question?
I think honestly, like, what we needed to know was the best way to go about it.
Is a distraction a dumb idea? Because here's the thing, you guys can all feasibly get away with sneaking. I can't. So if one of us draws the attention, i.e. me, would that be a fucking good idea, or would that be the dumbest idea I've ever had?
Is there anything else that people might want to ask? Looking at options, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Alrighty. Would you like that to be... Oh, no, Cecilia. Sorry, Zach.
No, there's like a number of questions we could ask, but it's like we could try and look into their motivations, we could try and look into what resources they have behind them, but
I could also...
Yeah, 6 of one, half a dozen of another probably won't matter.
I could send myself ahead to look.
No. No!
It's entirely
No,
possible.
with gaseous form, calm down.
I was gonna say, can you stop pretending like you're a marshal?
Well, Amaya, did you want your second question to be Kovacs?
I think we'll have Kovacs' question answered.
You skim through a couple more possibilities in which things are successful or not successful, and I think the one you can find where you are most successful is when your most charismatic party members, maybe 1 or 2 of them, make themselves known and open and attempt to converse or distract, while the rest of you lay in wait, ready to strike.
Hey, so what's your charisma modifier, Craggletooth?
Well, that would be a 5.
Mine's a +4. I'm just saying, charisma casters.
Listen.
Unless you want to stealth, in which case you can. But I'm happy to be the distraction.
I think I can. I think Craggletooth can BS some things. I think she's good at that.
Sure. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Before we do that, like Amaya's sort of like said all this to everyone, right? Kind of like relayed all of the information we've just had.
Yeah. Sorry, Dust. Was there something you wanted to say? I heard you start.
No, I think the initial thing, like, that you see is the aftermath of what happens if you don't get involved, in which you see what is kind of cartoonish and equally terrifying: a woman with dark blue skin, clearly old in age, ice running through her veins, riding atop what appears to be a giant present box with more eyes than you can count, legs that are awful and gangly, and teeth lining every ribbon wrapped around it.
God, stop talking. No, I'm kidding.
So,
yeah.
In other words, you think that the goal here is to make a giant mimic.
Right. And so, with the idea of the plane being communicated, Kovac's gonna sort of look to Craggletooth and be like, do you want to pretend that we're like brother and sister who got lost, and they're like trying to like, because we need something that's going to be a hook. We need something that's going to be like, you know, believable. And I think that it would work pretty well. We are both like, you know, and he gestures to his skin.
She kind of nods a little bit, and then you see an idea spark in her head, and she goes, "I got it." And she reaches down and grabs some snow and packs it into like a little snowball, and grabs like a scrap of like, she takes off one of her gloves and wraps it around the bottom. She goes, "We can go in and fill snow cones." It's the family.
I imagine Craigletooth smiling like the Grinch right now.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And Kovacs gonna sort of just look at the look at Craigletooth, look at Craigletooth. That is crazy enough that it might just work for a distraction. But we'll hold back. We'll let the others, like, we'll give you guys like a minute to go ahead, and then we'll knock on the front door, I guess.
All right.
Generous. And remember, if things start to go wrong, you can always fall back on that you really need some help from them. They'll love that.
Oh, okay. In that case.
The family business is about to go under.
But correct me if I'm wrong, right? We don't want to accept anything.
No.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I could
We
accept
don't-
your friendship.
And we don't want to say we don't want to say thank you or sorry or anything, right?
What?
We don't want to do that.
What?
Ideally, but be careful. But hags aren't usually of such power that they will immediately seek to enforce such things.
And I mean, they're going to kill her anyway, right?
That's bad manners. Oh.
No. These people are bad mannered. Like, these people are the embodiment of bad manners. You see this? And he points to, like, all of the dead gingerbread men. Those were people.
What?
Those came from people, at least.
What?
Yeah, like Kovac's kid.
Oh.
Stop doing that.
Cass giggles.
Craggletooth gives the
Like-
most innocent shrug to ever be shrugged.
Kovaka looks distressed. Anyway,
No.
Computer crashed, I'll be right
Nothing,
back.
Certainly.
All good.
wait, no. Wait, what'd you say? What? Huh?
No, nothing. I have nothing. I don't think I can help you.
So, you all will move in with your plan, and I will take you to a hag's ritual.
Oh, here we go. Here we go, Chad.
Let me put all of you down. Some of you are going to be a bit further back, but just to get you guys all on the map.
Ooh, oh, that was cool.
Cassian, Kovak, Mop,
Oh, she's fucking awful.
Amaya.
Let me see,
Oh, I
let me
didn't
see.
drag Amaya.
Oh,
Cecilia,
I hate that.
Raggletooth. I think that's...
Cheery
Yeah, that's
face.
everyone.
Why is her arm
Um,
so long?
Oh, you know.
For the graph.
I don't know.
So,
Shut
I'm
up.
going to put the sneaky group over
The
here.
scary drivers.
We sneak snonking.
And I'll put you guys over there. You guys were... Oh, yeah, let me... You guys were sent in a little bit ahead. So, I want all of you to just right off the bat make me a beginning stealth check.
Every single one of us, including Craig and
no,
I.
No, you guys are fine. You guys aren't trying to be stealthy.
Alright.
A 10?
I saw that 17, you bastard.
That's good. I'll roll for Amaya.
Nice.
Oh. That just didn't roll on the board. Nice. And then, can Mop make me a stealth save? Or a stealth check, I mean?
No. Yeah, okay.
No? Okay.
Stealth just check.
Yes, there's only one. Skill check in the...
Oh,
I
right,
put-
yeah.
right.
I have
Right,
such
right,
a quick
right.
random
Okay.
question, by the way.
Yeah.
Are those tree trunks underground?
Oh! They do appear to be roots of some kind.
Okay. That was just me being curious.
Yeah. There appears to be a thick layer of ice that is beneath you. A bunch of crystals forming. When you stand up next beside this one, you can literally see it moving and jutting out a little bit. And the ice is a little bit hard to walk on, but you manage to keep yourself steady, at least for a little bit. Even with a 10, with everybody else's rolls combined, you are all hidden as of now. And when you pull in, you hear this chanting in a magical language, and you can see Auntie Holly on a broom, literally flying around a little bit, cackling wildly. And from this crystal, you can see the silhouette of what appears to just be like a cube forming within it. It's small now, but it's getting bigger the more that she speaks. And upon closer inspection, Cassian, since you brought it up, looking at the roots in the ground, while they do appear to be that of a tree, they seem a bit bizarre. They look a lot less like roots and more like veins.
Oh.
Awful.
I think Cass is just gonna like quietly like whisper that too, because like I feel like the group are just like huddled right together. Like an offhandish comment.
Is it beneath the layer of ice?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
I'm going to try and get in a little bit closer once I start distracting.
Alright.
Cass will nod.
Yeah, and I think I was sort of like glancing to where they are for like a sort of any sort of a sign for them to begin hamming it up.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever any one of those four wants to give like a thumbs up or anything, go for it.
I mean, yeah, I think we're ready to go. I think Cass will look to Cecilia for like the approval to like give the other two like the go ahead.
I'm not sure quite how you all fight, so I'll try and mesh with you. I'm going to try and get on her broom.
No, thanks.
They're going to blink for a moment, look to Mop and Amaya, like to see if
I
they
like
heard
that
that
idea.
as well, and then look back to the Cecilia and just go, are you sure you can do that?
That's genius.
Pretty sure. I've
That
done
is
it once
genius.
before.
Right, okay, if you're sure. What do you need us to do?
I need you to cause a big enough distraction.
Mhm.
You can do the fight how you set up as normal. If you can knock her off her broom, even better.
Cass will nod.
DM, hi, how are you?
Hi.
Are the veins going towards the present?
Yup.
Or not the present, the mimic. Okay.
Oh.
Is it like actively like I don't know? So
Flowing? Yes.
okay. The veins and the present.
The present, you can't see it from where you are, but when you briefly saw it, it was in the giant ice crystal in the middle. It is kind of pulsing a little bit, so you imagine, yeah.
And the one last question
Yes.
before we begin. Hey Dust, where's my dog?
Oh, your dog's here. You're so right. Where do you want them to be? Do you want them to be...
Uh,
They're the
on top
fastest
of-
thing on the planet. They could literally be waiting outside and they'd still be able to make it in.
I mean, okay, that depends. Bubble, do you want Traggletooth to be on the back of Kovok, Flaylin when they come in?
Yes, let's do it.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
put
going to-
Flaylin in.
I'll cast message to Kovok.
Okay.
To let them know that the roots are veins.
And am I able to respond to message?
Yeah.
Or is it only to send it? And I think the only response the Mop gets is 2 words. That's fucked. And he, again, we wait for a sign, and
yeah,
then
Cass is just gonna give them a thumbs up.
okay, and then he's going to nudge Foylin, and therefore nudge Rattletooth, and is going to take a step forward.
Awesome. You can move Foylin as you wish.
Yeah, no, grab him as you like, Bubble. But
Okay, great.
yeah, Kovak's going to say hello.
Hello.
And when you call out, immediately her head will snap towards you, and she'll stop chanting, and you will hear like this sickening, like crunching noise as a smile creeps across her face.
Oh.
Like the skin actively breaking as it expands. And she says, "Oh, why hello there, my little snowflakes. Wonderful for you to come along. I heard you were coming, but you were just taking so long, I thought I'd get started without you. Where's the rest of you?"
There were supposed to be more of us? And Crackletooth looks at, like, Kovak. Really
I don't know. I don't know what they mean. Are they talking about the rest of business? We left them back in. We left them. We left them back in. We left the rest of our business, our business partners back in Sudal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you talking about our business partners in Sudal?
Business partners? Is that what you call them? Business partners?
Yes, we run family business. We sell
Yeah.
what was it? What was
Snow
called?
cones! And she holds up, and at this point, there's probably she's probably like constructed like a tray of very bland snowballs, haphazardly wrapped, and she just holds them out very proudly. There's like 6 or 7.
Alrighty.
They don't look good.
I want one of you to make a deception check at advantage, imagining the other one is
Oh.
helping.
What's your deception?
I will do that. I have a
Yeah.
+8.
I was gonna say
Oh,
you got
wow.
a +8. I have a +4 to it. So yeah, you go and you
I
do
will be
it.
doing that one.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and get to the next spike while they're
Oh.
distracting.
Absolutely. That roll was to see if you would have advantage, not that you need it. But oh yeah. So all of you, if you would, for those that are wishing to move forward, you can do so. Roll with advantage. A stealth check.
Yes.
25. Yeah. She can't even beat that. It's impossible. And she will be kind of hovering, and she'll tilt her head, and you'll hear that crunch again as her stiff, icy hair, most likely frozen over, crunches a little bit. And she says, "Oh, snow cones! Wow! Auntie Holly would love some snow cones. Come closer." And she'll motion to you.
Okay. And Kovak's going to, he's
Really
playing
quick.
part of the dumb shit.
Really quick, did Kovak also say that in that high-pitched voice? Is Kovak putting on a voice right now?
Yes.
It's so silly.
That's so fucking
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And as you start to approach, you'll see these sort of... You look at her clothes, they look like covered in frost. And there are these small... They almost look like they would be velvet ribbons that have been silvered and turned into icy frost-like spikes. They have jagged edges. She flies a little bit closer to you. And she says, "Oh, I see you've come to give old Auntie Holly a little bit of a present, hmm?"
I guess you could call it that.
How
Are
nice
you?
of you.
Whose auntie are you?
I'm everyone's auntie.
I thought our auntie died in the fire. She looks stunned over to Kovak.
Kovak's going to sort of just like, he's going to give a bit of a nod. And he's going to be like, "Yes, I thought that they also died in that fire. It was very bad. It was very bad fire, a very bad alchemist fire incident. It was not very good."
Awful.
Nearly burnt down all of Fudal.
And then he's gonna sort of just pause to stare at Crackletooth. He's going to say,
she's pointedly not looking.
yeah, and then he's,
And-
File
and
that away.
he's going to say, "That
Yep.
seems like a bit of exaggeration, but I mean, it's not." Are the other 3 not moving?
They don't have to.
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do because they want to. Cecilia wants to get on the broom.
hmm
Is she still riding the broom?
Oh, yeah. She's like hovering maybe about 10, 15 feet above the air.
Then, if no one else is making a move, I'll give everyone else a chance first.
I'm gonna blow up the cave.
With my
Just
smoke
kidding,
powder
kidding.
bomb.
I might, yeah, I'll have to cast move just a little bit around there. Probably around there.
Alrighty.
I
Mhm.
will ask him. Wait, is Amaya here? Hi, Amaya.
Hi.
Are you here?
I'm
Ellie,
here.
will you crash in 10 seconds?
No.
Okay. Amaya, do you want to, maybe get rid of that present before it becomes a problem? That mimic over there?
Right there or something? Is that where it is?
It's like right over there.
You could see it. You could see it trapped
Yeah.
in the crystal.
Where's there? Okay. Yeah.
Just,
And she'll kind of just.
once you get over there, I'll drop this. Okay? And I will cast Gaseous Form on Amaya.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Alrighty. And then, Cecilia, it looks like you were about to do something.
Yeah, I pull off my rope lasso.
Oh
And
wait,
I'm gonna lasso the broom.
Right, yeah, and
Okay.
she's on the broom, right?
Yeah, 15 feet.
Okay,
away.
and as like he sort of spots Cecilia, moving in, he's going to look to. He's not gonna like directly look at Cecilia, but he is going to keep his eyes on Holly, see her out of the peripherals, and be like, "Yes, no, our auntie, she unfortunately died, and she gave me this." And he's going to pull out his amulet, and is going to invoke a vow of enmity on the on the auntie. Basically, the second that Cecilia looses the lasso, he's going to start just muttering to himself.
And
The words he's going to say is,
Holly-
"I'm going to fucking kill this horrendous thing."
Auntie Holly will twitch. Her head will snap a little bit, the cracking of ice vibrating throughout the room. And she'll look at you. She can't see Cecilia. And she'll go, "Naughty, naughty." And then, Cecilia,
Amaya, go! Go, Amaya!
you can start moving while this is happening. Cecilia, what would be a lasso check? Is that acrobatics or?
I'll do, yeah, acrobatics. I like that.
Yeah.
Then the
Roll an
worst case
acrobatics.
is she moves too fast and I'm being pulled along by a broom.
Yep. I'll say-
we like round the corner and we see Cecilia just
Oh!
disappear.
So what I was going to say is that you need to beat her armor class, and if you can beat her armor class by 10, you can do whatever you want with the broom. You have successfully done so.
Grand. I just want to if I can, I just want to yank it out from underneath her.
Yep. She will say, "Naughty, naughty," and she will raise a hand, ice shards beginning to form, the ribbons jutting outwards, threatening to wrap around you, Kovak, before the broom is immediately pulled out from underneath her, and she stumbles forward and shrieks, slamming into the ground, taking 11 bludgeoning damage from the fall. And she will slam, she'll go prone for a moment, and I feel like that's going to be the start of combat. That would have been your
Yes.
attack, Cecilia.
Gotcha.
Amaya, go!
And then I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna. Maybe I should help with whatever's gonna come out of here. Nah, I'm sure that'll be fine.
Oh, we're fucked.
Oh.
Actually,
It's okay. I can solo the auntie for at least 2 rounds.
You have a
Trust.
death wish, my god. You have a fucking
I'll
death
help you
wish.
finish her. I'll help you finish her off. Then we
Okay.
can put you towards them. Is the broom still floating?
High or low?
Hi.
No. No, it is on the ground.
Wait,
And then I will just leave it and rush over here.
Oh, that's so funny.
Alrighty. Is that the end of your turn?
And that is the end of my turn.
Auntie Holly is going to take a Paragon action.
oh, Jesus.
What does that
Um,
mean?
Oh.
Oh, it means that they can just
Um,
take it whenever.
She is going to immediately upright herself in a very unnatural manner, her bones and arms clicking and turning in ways that are very clearly not normal, her head going a full 360 degrees. And she sees you there for a moment, and then her head turns and shifts like very robotically and points towards Kovak. And Kovak, actually, you're pretty good at these, so you're pretty good. You will see icy ribbons jut outwards and begin to come at you. You pull out your great glaive, spinning it in all directions, blocking and cutting off some of the ribbons as they fall to the floor and shatter the shards that you cut off. Those look incredibly dangerous. Who would you like to pass to, Cecilia?
I guess I don't. Maybe I should let you. Are you gaseous still, Amaya?
She
Are
sure
you
is.
still gaseous?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna pass to
gaseous.
you so you can ungaseous.
Oh, I could probably ungaseous her in any second.
Okay, then we'll go to Mop then. All right, understood.
Loma.
Okay, I'm gonna drop Smoke-a-Maya.
Yep, you are no longer Smoke-a-Maya.
And I'm gonna fucking cast Dragon's Breath on myself again.
Gotcha. That's only a bonus action. You still have an attack if you'd like to use it.
And I'm gonna use fire to get to the veins.
Oh, you're gonna try and melt the ice beneath you.
Yes.
Go for it. Make a just roll damage. Actually,
Just straight up damage on
yeah.
the.
I mean, it's not like the ground's gonna make a dex save.
That's very fair. Let's see. Come here, you fucker. Damage 3d6. Okay.
All right. You will very easily begin to melt part of the ground, fire exuding from your mouth, and you will see some of these veins pumping directly towards the center of the room. They are a little scorched, but not entirely damaged from your attack, as the ice was mostly in the way.
Okay.
But yeah, they are, at least the ones near you are visible.
All right.
You're out of the way of danger, though. That's what matters.
I'm out of the way of danger, and I've already basically used my action. I guess can I do anything to see what kind of are these like living creature bio veins or whatever?
Marshall, check the vine.
Martial check.
Yeah. Yeah, a martial check them maybe.
Yeah, go for it.
Or-
Wisdom.
All right.
Or
Let's do-
Arcana. If you want to do Arcana, you can. This is
I want to do
magical shit.
Arcana.
Yeah, I was kidding. This is very magical.
Yippee.
21. They appear to be siphoning the natural, life of the world around it, like trees and grass. There aren't any in here, obviously, meaning these must extend outwards beyond the cave. They're just siphoning any life energy they can hold on to and dragging it towards the middle to fuel whatever's in there. And you actually see for a moment as they become exposed, one specific vein breaks off as if it's alive and looks towards you.
Oh,
Huh?
I guess I can't damage the vines or the veins right now, so
Not this turn, no.
I'm going to fucking well, I'm gonna pass. Oh wait, no, we're gonna pass to. Oh shoot! I'll pass to Amaya now.
All right, Amaya.
Hey, yippee, yippee,
You are
yippee.
ungassed. You can see the thing in here.
Gassed up no more. She's gonna moonbeam the fucking mimic.
Okay.
Does Maya give any indication that she's gonna do that?
Yeah, she's gonna.
Cassian is dead.
She's gonna look
Again.
to Maya and then fucking stumble back.
Yeah, she's gonna raise her palm to the sky, and she's just gonna give them a look of you might want to fucking move. I roll this in chat, yes.
Roll the con save in chat for me.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh, right. Just sorry. Roll a d20. I'll add it. I just realized you can't roll it on anything because it's not there. That's
I saw that one. I was terrible.
Another one.
Yep,
Wait.
that is a success on their part.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage, and I will have it.
I just rolled an inside check, yeah?
Yeah, roll inside check.
I think it's this one, yes?
So 6. That takes 6 radiant damage. Sorry, I'm doing a little thingy right now. There we go. And as the moonbeam shoots down, shattering some of the ice and moving through it, there is an unearthly howl that is released from within. And let me go ahead and
Oh no.
put this thing
Oh,
down
no.
just so you can see it. You've seen what it looks like. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's the fact that it's getting out.
It's the fact that I'm gonna see it.
Yeah, you had to know that was gonna happen.
Oh, it's
So,
just
big
one of
boy.
those seconds again.
As
Okay.
it's massive this time. You see their peppermint tongue shoot and lash outwards wildly and begin to move back and forth. They can't move their body, but they might be able to do other things. So, Amaya, do you have a bonus action you'd like to do? Or is that the end of your turn?
Amaya's just kind of grumbling under her breath. She's like, oh, that's disgusting. Spiritual weapon.
Oh, absolutely. Where do you want me to put it? Actually, I put it down. You can drag it. There you go.
It put it down, and it's gonna go right on top of the present, and it's just gonna, like, lobotomy.
Absolutely.
Wah.
Or
Oh wait, I forgot to do the damage. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I didn't do the map again. I'm an absolute freak. There we go. There we go. Yep, roll damage. There you go.
oh.
Oh, that didn't even do a dent.
Yeah.
That is true. Oh, and that actually reminds me, I didn't put the moonbeam damage on.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
There we go.
Oh, that did not do anything.
That still didn't do much.
And so, at the end of your turn, Holly's mimic will steal. They will try and move their way out, but they can't quite break the ice. They're a little too small still, and their tongue will reach out and lash upwards and outwards, and is going to shoot towards Cecilia.
Oh,
I need to. Apologies, I'm having to make this thing a little bit in real time. Because its stats are actively changing as the fight goes on. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was gonna say, I just realized what I was about to ask you to do. I was gonna ask you to make a dex saving throw. No, not quite yet. It's going to reach out, and it's going to make 2 attacks on Cecilia. That's certainly a miss.
well, that's a miss.
That's also a miss.
And
Wowza.
as this attack misses me, I am going to. Wait, no, I'm way the fuck out of range. Never mind, I lied. I did nothing.
Fair
I
enough.
can't believe you'd lie to us.
And it will unleash a terrible howling noise.
This is funny, I could do it, but. no.
And it will pass to Holly, who's going to frown for the first time, and is going to say, "My poor baby, oh!" and is going to immediately shuffle over here, sliding across the ice, very naturally, and is going to look this way, and is going to say,
look at it gliding
"You hurt my precious little baby," and is going to cast
Lightning
a
bolt.
very big spell.
Oh
Lightning
no.
bolt.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Let me look at, what is this one? Oh my god.
There's the opening.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's about right. I am gonna need all of you, including Fuelin and Craggletooth, I'll do it for you, to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oilin and Craggletooth are within 10 feet. Cecilia is on the very edge. I don't think that'll count for aura of protection.
I
Will it?
don't know if Craggletooth is. I know Phelan is. Phelan's big.
Yeah. See, look.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I think Cecilia might just be out of range of that.
All right. No worries. Then just add a +4 to whatever Craggletooth rolls.
Let's
This
see.
is a
19.
dex save?
Yep. Oh, yeah, I already
you
rolled
made
it
it
for
You
you.
made it for me. I see. I
Yeah.
rolled the same thing.
You rolled the exact same thing anyway. So.
That is success for Craggletooth and Kovak, and failure.
Phelan.
Oh, and Phelan, that's true. Failure for you. I'm actually going to deselect and just roll the damage. I think Cecilia's the only one that failed.
Yeah.
This is a lot of damage.
Ooh.
Oh.
As what's it called? As Holly backs up a little bit and puts her hands to the ground and raises them upwards as if she's pulling the ice out, it raises, forming a wall of ice directly that way. And
Ugh.
the rest of you will take 21 damage. And where are you at? We will be at that now. As this wall of ice forms. Need to make sure I. Yeah. Oh no. Yep, it is a sheet of frigid air. You will dodge. You will dodge this way and this way. You will unfortunately be caught right up in the middle of it. Cecilia.
Oh.
So, can you uncanny dodge that? I don't actually know if you can.
No. No, that's not an uncanny dodge one. That's an evasion one. That's level 7.
Oh, that's right. Ooh.
One level off. If
And
only.
so, I believe that goes to any of you three can steal.
I want it.
Go
Okay.
for it.
I
You can
want
have
it. I'd like to martial check Auntie Holly first,
Go
if
for
possible.
it. Make me a wisdom check.
Not terrible.
I don't think that's a success here.
Okay. Ah, that is all right. Okay. Well, none of that is great per se.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the fact that Cecilia is now, fucked up. So I think Kovak is intentionally going to, very, very intentionally interpose himself, sort of like shoving in between Cecilia and the auntie,
Mm-hmm.
to basically just body block, if that's like something that he can just fucking do, because of course he's going to try.
Yeah.
And see, I have so many things I can do with my bonus action. It's either try to compel duel her,
Mm-hmm.
Hunter's Mark, or Smite.
Smite
I
is
have
not
to
a
consider.
what's it called? Divine Smite is not a bonus action. Only the other smites are.
Divine Smite's not a bonus action?
Nope.
I can just do that?
Yup.
So I'd like to cast Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
because that doesn't require a saving throw from her. I can just put that on her.
No, you put that on yourself.
I put it
will-
on both of us.
I already put it on you. I'll get rid of it for
Oh.
Holly.
You hate me, and you want me dead.
Otherwise, she'll do more damage to you on her next turn.
You sure? Because it does... Oh, okay, no, never mind. I'm silly. Ignore me. And... Yeah, with that Hunter's Mark, I am going to try to Divine Smite her at 2nd level, which I believe is... What? 2d8?
It would be 2d8, yeah.
Yeah, and so then that, and then +1, I think?
Roll the attack with advantage first.
Yeah, because I've got the vow, the enmity.
Mm-hmm. Which is a crazy thing. I love it. Specifically for
Yeah, sorry, that the pulsing effect is sort of fucking with my frames a little.
Oh, I can make that very easily go away. You guys get the point. You know what's happening. I don't need to if it's messing with your
Yeah.
computers.
Thanks, chat.
A little.
I will make that. Oh, I don't want to add another one.
You blue screen my computer.
You gonna? do
Oh,
like that
that's-
one, right? There we go. And then I will just add a blue light to the room. That's just really, really bright. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da.
Make it blinding,
I won't be doing that.
bitch.
There you go. Is that a bit better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that attack certainly hits. Let me. Did you drag the damage? You did not.
There you go.
Your smite.
And then the smite
I just did it.
is. Okay,
It was
Yeah.
4. Well, you have 2 attacks.
I do, and I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
Absolutely.
Okay, divine smite. Can that happen twice?
I believe so.
Yeah, and I'll roll it. I'll do it at a first level this time,
Absolutely.
and smack it with that.
Nice. And you can also do this to do that
Sure.
extra damage. Let me also redrag the Hunter's Mark onto you. You have to do it every single time because it gets rid of
Oh,
it.
every time. Okay,
Yeah.
no worries then. Oh,
Oh
come
my
on.
god!
Damn.
Holy shit.
Ouch.
That
is
sucks.
Historically terrible. Fucking
Um,
hell. Okay, well, good thing I'm going on vacation after this.
she will cackle wildly at your attempts. Who do you want to pass to?
Yeah, I think, as a sort of a way to explain that away, he's way too worried about Cecilia. I think I'm going to pass it to. Well, technically not really pass it to, because Phelan moves on my turn, right?
Yep, I can.
You know how
Um,
fucking mad I'd be if I was a bloody hunter and Cecilia died off screen.
yeah. Alright, I'm gonna have Phelan move right there and position Craggletooth into, like. Oh, wait, no. Is this something that can be stepped on?
Yeah.
Position him here. Okay. I am not moving them at all.
That's so silly. Oh my
Sorry.
god.
I was
They
gonna
flee
say.
the battle.
I'll put Craggletooth. Shit, hang on. From there, 50.
Distance doesn't matter. I can hit things literally anywhere on this map.
It's true.
And you can see the auntie from there, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
I can.
Yep. Okay, he's gonna move Phelan there, and I'm gonna pass it to Craggletooth.
Okay.
Just to keep her out of the immediate danger zone, and also keep her in range of the auntie to blast her with a gun.
Gotcha. Let me go ahead and.
Needed, yeah. First off, I would
Roll
like
dice.
to marshal check the auntie and see if there's
Roll.
any.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roll me a wisdom.
And just. Yeah. If there's anything that she's resistant to.
Resistant. With a 5, no, I don't think you can get anything from that.
Okay.
But I will tell you this from an out of character standpoint. There's a pretty obvious one.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Who could have guessed? It's gotta be lightning, guys.
Yeah.
Careful, you might supercharge her.
Charge the creeper.
Creeper?
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Good job, guys. Good job.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna do first thing about it's gotta be my good old minute meteors.
Of course, we love the minute meteors.
We do, specifically the bonus actions after this. So gonna have her make a I'll send 2 of them over to her. So that's a Dex DC 16. Do you want me to just roll that on her?
Yeah, roll it on her. And then roll the dice immediately afterwards.
That's okay.
Because
2.
it's different per.
Yeah. Because it's Yeah, sorry, I'm just double checking the spell. Yeah. That should
It's
be
4? You cast it at a
Well,
higher level?
It's 2d6. No, so it's 2d6 per bolt.
Yes, you have to do it twice.
Yes, and you can send 2 of them, up to 2 per time that you.
Yeah. So
Yeah, basically per action.
that I will use that first one. So you have to do 2 separate deck saves.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
okay. I did the second one. Roll. I'm gonna subtract 6 plus 3, 9, and then roll damage on her again really quick.
Okay.
Just
For
normal
the
damage.
total?
The 2d6.
Just normal. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
And then I will
Cool.
bring her to what she would have been. There you go.
Okay. Actually, with that, could I also do a Fury of the Small and add 3 damage?
Yeah, you're just gonna add 3 damage to it.
Yeah.
It's the first time you've ever used that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is that the end of your turn?
I believe so.
Awesome.
Yes.
2 meteors will shoot out from the corner of the room, slamming into. I'll say you put them here so you don't hit your allies.
Please.
Slamming into the auntie. She reels back a little bit, and you see some of the ice on her is like melted a little bit, and she frowns very deeply, and says, "That wasn't very nice of you, little one," and is going to take a paragon action.
Uh-oh.
On
Indeed.
you.
Hold on, I think I'm tripping. I can't see the enemies all of a sudden.
You are safe. Barely. As more of these icy ribbons shoot outwards and attempt to wrap around you, manage to stay free. Who do you want to pass to?
I'm just that good.
I believe it's Cassian. Actually, is the only one left.
I will pass to Cassian.
Yeah, but real quick though,
I
I'm kind of tripping.
Go ahead. Join the map
Because
again. That's the wrong one.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say I can't see. I can't see them. I still cannot see them.
That's fine.
What the sigma?
Let me do this then. So Cassian, you're up next. I will fix this. Do you see them now?
No, I'll restart my fantasy grounds.
Gotcha. But Cassian, it's your go.
Okay. I'm going to take an attack on the mimic.
Go for it. Take 2 attacks on the mimic. Believe it. So here, you actually have 2 charges of that thingy that you used earlier. And what's it called? There was a specific part about your Divine Strike that I wanted to bring up to you, is that normally it's just 2d10 plus your fighter level, but if you're fighting aberrations, fae, fiends, or undead, it's just a flat 20 radiant damage plus your fighter level.
Yeah,
Holy
please.
shit. I already used it though, didn't I?
You have 2
You have
uses of it.
charges.
Ooh! Yeah, I'm gonna fucking do that. I'm gonna do that. With the dinner fork.
Which one? Who do you want to use that on? You know that the mimic does not fall under the jurisdiction of
it
that
does.
damage type.
Okay, but, Holly does, right?
She could.
Good. I'm gonna hold on to that then.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna do a good old normal dinner fork attack on the mimic.
Absolutely. Roll attacks and damage.
Okay.
Certainly a hit.
Nice. Fuck.
A little bit of extra damage on there.
Wait, do I go again?
Yep, you have 2 attacks.
Oh, yeah, sure. I go again.
Absolutely. You will stab at the mimic over and over again. It's very large. It's very durable. It seems to be writhing a bit, but it doesn't seem too hurt by your attacks.
Yeah.
And is that the end of your turn? Do you have a bonus action you'd like to do?
Oh. Do I have enough, like, space to, like, run over to, like, this spot? To, like, run
Yeah.
there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This thing,
Okay, in
I'm gonna
case
be
it
honest with
decides-
you, it can't make
Yeah.
opportunity attacks on you.
I was about to say, in case it decides to, like, try and, like, bite me or something, I'm gonna just
No.
go around here. But
It's trapped
also,
right now.
I'm closer to there.
Absolutely. It's going to steal, and it's going to try and attack you, Cassian. Doesn't like
Toxic.
it does not like what you've done. And its tongue is going to reach out and attack you twice. Oh my god. Well, one of them hits, slamming into you with bludgeoning damage. You are stuck to the tongue as it pulls you a little bit closer to it,
Ah, no!
and you feel a little bit of your life beginning to drain away. But at the end of its turn, you can steal.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal, actually.
Did you want to try and escape?
Yes, actually.
Alrighty.
I would like to.
Go ahead and make me an athletics or acrobatics, but I know you're gonna pick athletics.
Athletics, absolutely. I saw that 18,
Oh.
bitch.
Do you want to use your inspiration?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Please don't fail me. Please don't fail me. I will get up and walk away.
Yep.
Thank fuck.
You try to grab at it, and your hands begin to stick as well. You're able to pry them off. You grab the trident, and you stab into the tongue, and it leeches off and wriggles a bit and shoots offwards. I will count that as one of your 2 attacks.
Okay, thank you.
What would you like to do with your second attack? Imagining you're going to attack again. I don't know what you're going to do, but...
I might actually do that. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it again.
Got you. Who are you going to attack?
This bitch.
Poly's Mimic. Absolutely. Roll damage. You'll stab at it once more. Begins to wriggle and writhe a bit. Who do you want to pass to?
I'm gonna pass to Amaya.
You're going Maya. Oh, I did almost forget. I apologize. The Mimic needs to make, like, 2 Moonbeam saves.
Oh, I
but-
forgot about that.
But yeah, Amaya, it is your turn. I'll do that myself.
Okay, cool.
Kovok frantically gestures at Cecilia.
Yeah, I'm looking at Kovok, I'm looking at Kraggletooth,
Whoa.
Quaylen, and then I see Cecilia about to bite the curb.
Mm-hmm.
However, we are all kind of going against a hag, and I don't have any level 2 spell slots anymore. And I do not think that a level 1 spell slot will cut it.
Sure.
So
You do level
I'm
3.
going to level 3 mass healing word.
Oh.
And you do get max healing with that.
You
with
get max
the gauntlet.
healing on 3 targets. So who do you want to get maximum healing?
Cecilia,
Okay.
Lovely.
Kraggletooth.
Don't worry about the dog.
And,
Don't worry about the dog. The dog can be resummoned.
Yeah, I was about to say Kovok.
Yeah.
So, this is a level 3, this is a mass healing word. So, Kovok and Kraggletooth regain 9 HP. Cecilia, actually no, I apologize. All of you, instead of regaining 9 HP, you will regain 4. And I'll explain why in a moment.
God, there's an anti-magic field, isn't there?
While Cassian will regain 3. You cast out this healing magic outward, the gauntlets of St. Lucinia. The silver light begins to fill the room for a moment, and then you see the auntie raise her hand in the air and use her reaction. And she says, "Greedy, greedy little ones, what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours." And she is going to heal herself for half of all of your healing.
I'm crippling her.
Aw.
I'm going to
So-
cripple an old grandma.
Let me. Oh, that's
it.
more.
We're pulling out the
fucking-
mean tricks for this one.
Yeah, no, you need to pull out every single rogue bullshit thing you
I
have.
have
It's
so
about
much
time,
bullshit.
bitch. It's
Yeah.
about
Let
time we
me-
beat the fuck out of an old woman.
Where are you at? 17. There you go. That should be. That
She
should be all the.
doesn't use
healing.
attack rolls, so
We're gonna push
I'm
her
not as good,
downstairs.
unfortunately.
So
But
let's see. 4.
You know, maybe if I hit her with the, this is wrong.
Plus
No.
12. 15. She's healed for 15.
how you
Maybe.
know? It is wrong.
You say,
know,
if there is
when-
You were right
no,
all
Jester,
wrong.
Jester, you and I both know if there is one type of creature in this world that will ever listen to you, a hag is not it.
Yeah.
Some
That's what you think.
Cecilia, not Cecilia, Amaya. That is your bonus action.
That is my bonus action.
Would you like your
Um,
attack? Your action to be. Your attack.
So, the double moonbeams are on the mimic, right?
Oh, it's still going, yeah.
Okay, cool. Maya is pissed off at this fucking old lady ass. Icicle looking lady. Amaya's gonna take her spiritual weapon, wherever that is. There it is.
The land just shimmied over to the side.
And she's gonna, no, I'll go back to going after the mimic.
Alright.
That'll be a lot easier.
Roll damage on the mimic.
Put him in a coffin.
And then, who would you like to pass to at the end of your turn?
I guess everybody except for Cassian and the mimic, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to pass to
Me. Put my hand up.
I pass to Cecilia.
Alright. Cecilia, you will go, but they will take a Paragon action. They're going to look towards Amaya. That is a failure. You're the first one to fail this. Strands of ribbon and ice will shoot outwards, their jagged edges cutting against you, wrapping around you. You are restrained.
Of all the people to get hit by it, you are probably the best. You are a full caster.
Then she will grab on the ribbons and begin to pull. And I will just tell you, Amaya, you feel like something terrible is about to happen. But, Cecilia, it is your turn.
Man, why can't she just do something normal for once? Quickly duck aside, quick nod of thanks to Kovak for body blocking me from death.
Got you,
In fact, I think Cecilia will, as she pulls out from her many tricks a set of manacles. I think she's going to say, "It's a long time since someone showed me that kind of compassion in battle." And now she's going to try and manacle Holly.
Oh, okay, to stop her from using magic.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I do? what do I do?
This is a contested grapple style check. But you can modify it however you think is appropriate, because this is what we call rolling with it.
Is there potentially a way that I could have Kovak use his reaction to try to help, help Manacle? If that makes sense?
You would have had to have gone before and given the help action.
Yeah, alright, well, no worries then.
But you will go to Manacle. I want you to make either an attack roll or an acrobatics check. And I'm going to be honest, with the things that she has at her disposal to resist this, it's actually quite little, because you are up face to face with her. So she's just going to also make an acrobatics check.
Night Hunter Rogue, the one that stays in melee with the enemy.
Oh no.
Oh!
You cannot be
30,
serious.
But instead, it is a 1.
That old bitch can
And
go.
they got a 20.
They got a 20. You attempt to shackle their hands together, stopping them from making spells. Their arms move jittery and robotic-like, as if their insides are made of mechanics. They probably aren't. They're just frigid.
Can you take reactions if you're restrained?
Depends on the reaction.
If Maya would have cast Silvery Bobs.
I don't think her hands are free.
Damn it. Alright.
Yeah, the somatic components.
I'm just gonna pull on my knowledge from my many books, do a little martial check. I want to see if she is susceptible to acid or poison.
Absolutely.
Right.
23. So, I will, because I made this character sheet, and because I'm itching to talk about it. I will tell you, no, she doesn't seem to have any vulnerabilities. Though the assumption she is immune to cold, yeah. However, would you like to read the menu?
Sure.
All right. Her actions are as follows: all wrapped up. Don't forget the ribbon. Icy blast, spell casting, and season of giving.
Can I get that a la carte?
Oh boy. Don't forget the ribbon, huh?
Mm-hmm. Is that the one you want?
Yeah.
Auntie Holly will
What are they
target.
about to do?
Yeah, crazy. Auntie Holly
Oh,
will
no.
target a restrained creature, forcing them to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature's body will begin to turn to polished wood, making them look toy-like in nature. The creature will repeat the saving throw on their next turn, becoming petrified if they fail. If they succeed at any point or are freed from their restraints, the spell effect will end.
Ooh. Okay. I gotta stop that.
I mean, hey, Cassian is there, you know?
Yeah, that's I'm already plotting.
It's alright, I think I got it. I'm gonna pull one of my many other tricks. Bonus action, grab one of the, using a martial die, of course, grabbing one of the alchemist fires from my many trinkets.
Hey!
And tossing it in the area between people here.
Okay.
At the ribbons themselves.
Okay. I think that's another acrobatics check.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, you're really good at them.
I like.
Yep.
I love how Zach is just like chilling. He's just like, oh yeah, that sounds good, knowing full well he's most likely going to fucking do it.
Cecilia will attempt to manacle and tussle with Holly for a second, moving between them. Cecilia stops, takes a deep breath, stares at the ribbon, sees magic flowing through it on the way to Hermia. Her eyes glint, loosens an alchemist fire, throwing it at the ground here. The fire will quickly disperse and turn into steam, but it will hit the ribbon and shatter it to pieces. And they will go like embers in the wind, and you will no longer be restrained, Amaya.
Like a candle in the wind.
Alright.
Yeah, would you like to pass to?
You wanna try? Hold about the Kobach.
Like, the manacles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. I think, yeah, Kobach will grab the manacles.
Alright. This is a grapple check, which technically counts as an attack, so
I get
you
advantage?
can use... No. It means you get to try twice.
What?
Oh, wait!
Hold on a minute.
Vow of Enmity. No? Okay, that is true. So
yeah,
not
I was
only
gonna say,
do you get to
Vow of
try
Enmity is just
twice,
attacks.
so you get to try... Yeah, okay. You get advantage. They're gonna roll to avoid it. You get to do it twice. Because
And this
it's an
is
attack.
athletics?
This is athletics. Or acrobatics, but I know what you're gonna choose.
Yeah. So, there's attempt 1. And I'm gonna roll to see if I crit.
Is this for an attack?
I crit.
Oh my
Are
god.
you going to... Is this an attack on them? Because you've restrained them with the first one.
I did. I did do that. Yeah. Okay. I can't make the 20 for a fucking attack, can I?
The idea was that you restrain them with the first one, knowing that they are restrained. If you'd like, being very generous because we're also way over time, you can have that be an attack.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll do that.
Okay.
So then apply that. Oh my god. And then apply this.
So you're gonna have to do that twice because it's a crit, and the crit doesn't carry over.
Oh, that's fine. So I just roll it once and then do that all again and roll it a second time.
Yeah, and I will subtract 4 from their overall HP, from the overall
And then I
damage.
do that,
Nice.
and then this, and then with an orc savage attack, I roll an extra d10.
Oh.
That's not much, but whatever.
Well, I will heal them for 3 then, putting them there. slap the manacles around their wrists as this alchemist fire is slung. You will swing them around with your glaive and take a slash right through them. For a moment, it almost looks like it bounces off because of how hard her skin is. But you manage to cut through and watch it literally start cracking beneath the pressure.
Yeah.
And then at the end of your turn, she's going to steal.
Bitch.
What if she didn't?
And so she is not liking any of this that's happening. You were over here, Cecilia, and you grabbed the broom. Where did you throw the broom?
I yanked it back, so if it's slid, it's probably on the back wall somewhere over here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. She is going to take... okay, no, I said she was going to do it, and she doesn't know, and I keep forgetting. She's going to take the disengage action to try and move away.
And I am going to
we
immediately
react?
I'm going to sentinel her in the back of the head to drop her to 0, because it is both an opportunity attack, even with disengage, and she is in range.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack on her.
With advantage again.
This is true.
Thank God, I'm in my element. I'm in my zone.
Go ahead and roll damage. There's no, You do get the, what's it called? Hunter Smarts. Just roll a d6 for me.
Okay. Ah! Come on, no.
And she will fumble a bit as you stab into her, and her legs begin to crack, and her feet shatter. And she'll sort of fall down a little bit, and she'll turn around to look at you, Kovak. And will say, "Dearie, you just don't know when to quit, Snowflake." And is
You're
going
not
to
going
make
anywhere.
an attack.
You're not going
It's going to
anywhere.
make 2 attacks on you. And they don't hit. 2 icy blasts. I'm going to roll this just so you know. 2 icy blasts shoot out into the distance, slamming into the wall. And they don't seem to do much. She'll pass randomly to... I think that's just Mop and Craggletooth.
Yeah.
The mages.
That would be Mop.
Yo, Mom.
Hi there.
I apologize. Yeah, you've been sitting there for a while.
Portion of
What happens when you're not in the fight?
It's
What do you
alright.
mean?
You're not in the fight.
Mop is dying.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Wait,
Hey,
am I
buddy,
being
how you
asked to?
doing?
Yeah, it's you. It's your turn.
Oh, okay. Well, first off, I need to move 5 feet. There we go. Now I can see fucking Auntie Holly.
Gotcha.
Alright. I'm gonna cast Tasha's Mind Whip on the old bitch.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll the save on her.
A save? Let's find. It's okay.
I can do it if you'd like.
Hang on, just give me 2 seconds, I can figure it out.
Of course, of course. I apologize. We're going a little over time, so I'm trying to speed.
Speedrun it.
Oh,
Don't want to keep you here too long. But if you're having fun, then who cares?
Oh yeah, I'm having
You're
fun.
Why?
We're having a
Oh, yeah.
blast.
Why, yeah, like I told you, Dust, just by virtue of me being here, we've added at least 20 minutes to the session.
It's true.
So I'm
Yep.
I'm a hitter. I'm a fucking getter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And nice!
Let's go.
So, 2 things happen at once here. First of all,
Yeah.
as virtue of your thing, and don't worry, things are going to get resolved real quick here. Your AC for the next minute is 16.
Me?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, you.
Or no, that's that was already down. It's actually 13 because you already had it active and I forgot to give it a bit. Anyways,
Okay.
enchantment spell. I love enchantment spells.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You who have been hiding here are watching the veins pump over and over again. You stare at them, a realization flicks across your eyes. You realize this thing is magic. This is a ritual. You just need to kill her. You glance around the corner, see the battered Cecilia, the equally battered Auntie Holly, and the Kovak who has just shackled them. What does it look like as you kill Auntie Holly?
Mop just reaches out her hand, and she just kind of I don't know. I guess
describe it.
you just kind of see Auntie Holly's, like, I guess, head snapped back as though,
Ooh.
aneurysm.
Yeah. Mop will lean out both Cecilia and Kovak. You will feel this magical force brush past you, but you won't see anything. But you'll see it connect with Holly, and she will grab her head and fall backwards for a moment and screech, reaching up towards the sky, and you will watch as her body begins to go opaque. All of her skin turning into solid ice, cracks forming along the ridges. Her pupils go white, and then she turns into into an ice statue. And with the cracks beginning to form, there will be a brief moment where everything stops. And then you will see light beginning to breach out from underneath Auntie Holly's, or what used to be Auntie Holly's skin. The cracks beginning to form more and more, breaking and moving, and eventually shattering into what is essentially a what are they called? Flashbang.
Oh.
And there
Oh
is
my God.
a bright white light that overtakes all of your vision for a moment. And just like that, when you're able to come to, you're back in Leadentown.
What the hell?
What the fuck? What?
Hold
What?
on.
You
What?
blink a couple times, and the snow's falling now, but the temperature isn't as bad anymore. It's comfortable. And there is no mob, well, you think there is at the moment. There's a ton of people gathered around you. You're all laying on the ground, and you see bright lights and snow hitting your face. And behind you there is a giant tree sitting in the center of town,
She turned it to a tree.
with this carpet laid on the ground. People are conversing and talking with each other. Do this one. Everyone seems relatively happy, no longer worried. Erwin will walk up to you all and will lean down to pick you specifically up, Cecilia, and notably not anybody else.
That's fine, and I think Kova's gonna help pick Cecilia up, and while doing that, I'm gonna expend what I have remaining, I think, which is another 15 to heal Cecilia.
Absolutely.
So let me
And-
just...
Erwin will say, I was keeping a watch from here, and there was, I don't know what you did, there was a wail that came from the direction, so me and the scribe went out to go find you. You seemed relatively fine. There was this giant box thing. It was dead. I assume you killed it.
They fought well. Better than I thought, honestly. Better than me, probably.
Kova gives a bit of a thumbs up, and it's like, yep, we killed her. We killed the, what was it, Hag? Auntie Holly?
Auntie
No.
something?
Yes. She is no longer a problem, which is good, because I think she was sacrificing quite a few people to try and make a big box, the one that you saw.
I just killed someone.
You'll get
Yes,
used to it,
that's-
don't worry.
Well, that's good to hear that you took care of that. Though, there was one more thing, and he will sort of turn around and walk towards the tree for a second, and like reach down and pick up some things, and he'll say, I found these there as well, and there will be 5 present boxes. Well, there can be 6. There could be 1 for Cecilia.
Thank you for giving us Cecilia, man. What the hell?
There will be 6 present boxes, and they will be in a little basket. Attached to it is a note attached to a string that says, "Thank you for taking care of that for me. I was a little busy. SC."
Who is SC? Oh wait, no, never mind. It was the one that sent the letter. Right. Okay.
We're looking into this SC immediately.
So, do we trust the present, or do we think these are also going to be mimicked?
Kovok slams his hand on top of one of the presents.
It is sturdy and solid, and as you do so, Erwin flinches a little bit and like smacks your hand, and is like, "If they were mimics, I clearly wouldn't be holding them right now."
Just had to double check. You never know. Yeah, you do know actually, but yeah, presents.
Presents.
What are they? Do they look distinct, or are they all the same?
They do. They each have corresponding colors. Amaya's has this sort of like plain white box with a vanilla accent to it, with these sort of dark red and gold ribbons wrapping around it. Cassian's is more gray with a silver ribbon touched around it. Cecilia's is black with a standard red ribbon. Craggletooth and Kovok's are both green, while Craggletooth has an orange ribbon and Kovok has a gray ribbon, while Mop has actually has like a magenta, like pinkish box with a beautiful white ribbon wrapped around it.
Wow. What's the pink for? What does that mean?
I could tell you afterwards, if
Okay.
you'd like. Actually, I can just tell you here. That's the standard color for like enchantment, psychic magic, and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay, cool.
That's
Mhm.
Craggletooth is going to open her present.
Okay.
We got presents.
Present from our
Holy shit.
newfound friend SC.
And I'm not going to tell you what's inside them because I genuinely don't know. And I'll
What?
tell you about that at the very end of the session before we end. But you each see something in there that I think each of you are incredibly happy with. And surprised to see them. They're all various useful magical items.
Yippee!
Ooh!
I love Christmas.
Same with Cecilia, but that's what she gets. You can mess with that as you will, Zach. I'm not.
I don't know. There's some alchemical supplies in there or something, you know.
It's not even magical, it's just like poison.
I think Cecilia will open it up and nod, and then put the top back on and walk over to the carriage and put it inside and turn back around to face this little group of people. I think you're gonna go far and do well. I'm a good judge of that, they say. Make sure you put those gauntlets to good use. Remember, you do have power. Good point to Cassian. I now know what the trouble was between you two. Except there isn't any real trouble, you're just good friends. Go fucking Craggletooth.
Yippee!
And then she's gonna point to Mop and say, and don't go yelling about it, but yeah, we can be friends.
And can Cecilia roll a perception check, and Mop, can you roll stealth? Wait, Mom, you have a wisdom of 0. Why do you have a wisdom of 0?
I don't know why I have a wisdom of 0. Is that one of those things I did again?
I was gonna say, is that something you mean
Yeah.
to do with like a push to mute?
I can't remember what it's supposed to be, so I'm gonna make it 12 and we'll fix it later.
There you go. Sorry about that.
You're okay, I just noticed it was like, why do you have a minus
Pretty
5
funny.
in like half of your skills? So you don't notice Mop doing it, but as you say, don't go tell anyone, I'm your friend, you see a flower drop from your hat, and when you feel up, there are probably about 5 or 10 more flowers in your hat.
She'll sigh and take off her hat and get into the cart, notably holding the hat in such a way that the rest don't fall.
Oh.
Aww.
And as Cecilia
I
walks
can't-
away, and
Can't wait to cast sending on her in the future.
Oh, please.
as Cecilia walks away, and with Erwin, they get into the cart. The scribe will walk up, and will say, "Really good people. I've seen them before. They do good work. See, everything seems to be cleared up around here. they are rather pleased at your helping in Leaden Town. I imagine after you all take a long, well-deserved rest, we can discuss on what to do going forward. I imagine the people would love to talk to you.
Yes, and we might, I mean, you guys can get some rest if you need to. I'll try and talk to them and see if we can get some, a restocking of our food. And,
I've
what?
already well handled that.
Oh, okay, well then in that case, I think I'm gonna go for a nap.
Orwin was very nice.
Erwin
think-
is very nice.
As you all need to go your separate ways, you get into the carriage, the rest of you get into the caravan. When you enter inside the caravan, you smell cinnamon. And you can see cinnamon rolls have been made. Each of them decorated with frosting and a little star on top. And when we cut back to the ride back home, there is one waiting in your seat, Cecilia, as well.
Cinnamon.
And that is where we will end the session for today. Before I get into the ending bits here, what those presents are, each of you before next session, I want you to find an uncommon magical item, or lower, you can get a common one if you want. And you will now have that.
Yippee!
Hell yeah.
Yeah, a good time to remind the folks here that, unfortunately, I will not be here for next week's session, if there is one next week.
I will
but-
not. So I think
Okay,
I'm gonna
then-
cancel.
Alright, then I think
Yes,
yeah, we'll have
we will
a
probably
we'll have a
not
week
have
break.
a session next week.
Right, and so then our next one will be in the
The
new year.
fourth.
Exciting stuff.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you all for watching, and thank you, Six, for playing. Thank you for joining us, Zach. I had a lot of fun designing this little Christmas thing. It went a little bit longer than a normal session, which I knew would happen. I told Zach this earlier, believe it or not, there was a whole third section of the session that we did skip.
We roleplayed a lot, you know?
Yeah, you guys had a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun. I couldn't stop smiling throughout most of the session. I hope you enjoyed my little Christmas mimics.
It was fun.
I loved them. Something I didn't
What?
do, but I was tempted, was to have Craggletooth go up and like stick her finger in one of the mimics and like taste it, you know?
It tasted like eggnog.
Well, that would have been bad because she would have just started eating it.
Awful.
Yeah, very.
Oh man. Either way, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for a wonderful year of D&D. Thank you for making today really fun. And,
Your fun games
welcome.
to you all.
and to all a D&D.
Ah.
Merry Christmas,